What's up?
Oh my.
What's going on? Good to see you. Good to be here. Can't see you. I can see you now. What's up, people? What is it, Thursday night? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on? I keep losing connectivity to that. Whatever. What's happening, people? How are you? Welcome to Lab After Dark. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. We might as well just get into it.
Oh my.
Because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to cover. Oh God, it's too much. And I usually don't like I don't know. I use this channel to literally do whatever because I don't really care that much about this channel. Sorry. No, I do care I care about the channel. I don't care about like getting struck or I don't even care about that. I don't care. I don't care. And that's the facts. But also when I'm on earlier in the day, I know a lot of people listen. Maybe they have kids in the room and, Josh isn't gonna, you don't want old Joshy boy to be like, mother effing la, 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 and it's not that I don't say F's and stuff. It's that I don't, it's just not like I don't do it on either channel. It was a habit that I worked on, and I'm kind of proud that I've been able to suppress that for as long as I have. And it seems like eventually what's going to happen is I'm like, mother, but it hasn't happened yet. And I'm very grateful. But I've just, that's something that I've worked on. And no, you can, I could look, if you watch the show, you know that I absolutely do, unfortunately, from time to time, cuss. Not even from time to time. And Gail, good to see you, Gail. Gail is a member. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Lori's been. Yeah, the Cousins podcast. Yeah, that was a good one. It's absolutely. I don't know if I have a potty mouth, but I have before. Minnesota gal, good to see you. All right, so this right here is your official warning. If you don't want to see, or if you don't want to hear foul language, if you don't want to hear degrading talk to humans, abusive talk, I understand. But in all of that mess, there are things that I would like to correct. There are things that just simply aren't true. Uh yeah, and so we're gonna listen to a couple of things. To Not Your Business. It is the name of the beat is Adult Swim instrumental. Is it 16 minutes? Well, no, I'm gonna listen to him on Janky's last night. That's gonna be first. And then, well, okay, how about you guys decide? What do we listen to first? Maybe we should go in order. That might be better because and by the way, I'll tell you all, I absolutely uh had a run in with Dawn last night too. I just get these dumb messages and these emails like, "Oh, you don't talk to me, mother," So I saw that he was on PGs. I saw he was fired up. He wanted a call back. I gave him a call and uh it wasn't good. It wasn't a good conversation, really. And so yeah, it wasn't good. He was not happy with me at all, which I didn't really expect him to be. Um n- but yeah. And it was the whole friends, not friends. I think we ended it on the not friends as usual. He threatened to beat me up. He threatened to hunt me down if I told anybody anything that he told me, but he didn't tell me anything that he didn't just go on Janky's right after and tell. It was just so stupid as well. I didn't like uh did you record it? No. Well, no, I have I have a couple sound bites, but there was nothing in the conversation. He didn't tell me anything. He was just pissed off, yelling at me and stuff. He was pissed. No, I think at one point in the conversation I did tell Dawn uh I think at one point in the conversation I told Dawn that I didn't think that I was better than him or anybody or whatever, but I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, he's a dick. Um and yeah, so he's just threatened. And then so here's what he does. He wants to rant to me about McDonough and I don't know why he wants to. Um and he said some kind of crappy things on Janky's about McDonough, which is been that McDonough can handle. Guy doesn't even McDonough doesn't think about Dawn like that. People act like he's busy doing other stuff. But he accused him of wait until he was gone so can't so he could approach Candace and do an interview with that, like sort of like what he says JLR did. I don't know what JLR did, and I saw it, but that's not really true either. And we'll get into that as well as a host of other things. And by the way, I have told this man from day one. I have told, no, actually, it wasn't day one, but it was fairly early on. The easiest way for him to put this all this YouTube vortex that he feels that he's in, um, you just stop going. You just stop going on. You just stop talking. And by the way, I think that it is probably best for him if he keeps talking. And what I mean by that is I'm totally cool with him talking because I think the more that he talks, the better it is. But all he does is feed the flames, and he doesn't know why it won't stop. And to be fair, it really would stop if he just stayed away from YouTube, and that's the truth. But he can't. And I think that somehow, some way, they kind of uh maybe rely on it for some monetary support now. And so it's hard for him or them to stay off YouTube because that I think that there is some monetary value for them to go on and whatever. Let's just okay. We're gonna do. Let's do. All right. Once again, this is your absolute warning. It's about as robust as you can get. That this is an abusive conversation with foul language. I caught, and here's the thing too. I've only listened to like 3 minutes of it, and I was like, I'll talk about that live. I want to hear it live. And then, but I heard more of the other thing, but also, like I said, I had my own entanglement with Don last night. There was a couple times where he was so mad talking to me on the phone, and I wasn't even being mean or anything. But what he would do this. He would go, "Oh, Josh, you make me so mad," and I was like, "Calm, chill out, dude." He did that like 3 times. It was pissed. He's like, "I would tell you, oh, you make me so mad." Like he kind of sounded like Hulk Hogan a little bit. Um, and like it didn't help that my reaction was a chuckle every time because I didn't do anything to him, at least recently. I don't think. I'm not really, yeah. Oh, brother, snap into a Slim Jim. But he was just like pissed. But it was right after he talked to PG. Yeah, he wanted to argue. And then I was like, dude, this country. I'm such an asshole. I was like, dude, this country's like getting really bad. And then he was like defusing a bomb. Well, let me tell you about it, brother. I was like, okay, cool. It was the easiest thing to do. It was like, dude, what do you think of Biden? And he's like, oh. Oh God. And then he was telling me about how great Fox. I was just like, dude, Don, do you like the direction the country's going? And that was just a whole nother thing. And then you dive right back into whatever you're talking about. He's like, mother effer. And yeah. Where was this conversation? It was on the phone with Don. I don't have it like that. And it's not set up for that kind of stuff. But anyway. Oh, and tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit about why I think personally he's being hauled back to Hawkins County. The guy's on probation, like a 13-year-old kid that got caught at school with weed. I've I've heard of 58-year-olds on felony parole, usually for like heinous crimes, but I didn't know that I didn't I I didn't know that. I thought there was an age limit. I thought there was an age limit on probations, and there's not apparently. There's not an age limit. Clem Caddy Hopper, sir, why is your face blurry? I don't know. I'm not really sure. One-Eyed Flo gifted 5. Is that right? Gifted 5 lab memberships. What? Hold on here. Where'd it go? Where'd they go? Where'd they go? StreamYard needs to fix this immediately. And now I didn't even get to see who got them. Damn it. One-Eyed Flo, thank you so much, One Eye. Every time I say One Eye, I feel like I'm talking to Left Eye from TLC. I couldn't tell you why. It's just the way my that's just kind of how that's how my brain works. I have no idea. Coo Diddle Hopper. No, it's okay. Sorry. Clem says my last name is pronounced Coo Diddle Hopper. Coo Hopper. Cadiddle Hopper. Am I saying something dirty when I say it that I'm not realizing? Cadiddle Hopper. Cadiddle Hoppers. That's a long last name. Okay, let's just do this. Share this tab instead. All right, Cadiddle Hopper. I was gifted a membership 13 days ago, and thank you to whoever paid for it. I didn't know. Jess says I'm not blurry on her side. Thank God. Did that clear up Clem Cadiddle Hopper? I love that name, by the way. That's a Hollywood name. All right, here we go.
Kinds of bullshit, fake news.
Buddy.
What are you doing?
Okay, so obviously what's happening is still blurry. What do you mean blurry? Am I blurry? Is that it? All right, here we go.
Oh, Donnie.
So he's asking for a link. He's done this to me a few different times. I'll say hi. The lab Clem was a Red Skelton character. Red Skelton's was a really funny comedian. All right, here we go.
Well, what
So Don jumps up.
doing, buddy?
Once again, for the record, for the last time, Clem Cadiddle Hopper, if you are offended, well, I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. Like, I can't really help it. Maybe it's my connection's bad. I don't know. I'm not sure. I could try and reload it. There you go. I don't know. Change your resolution quality if it's blurry. Whatever. All right, here we go. And before we start, let's do the inaugural. It's not actually the inaugural because I've done it before, but let's just play the greatest clip. And this is actually, guys, if you didn't know, this scene was left out of The Notebook many, many years ago. This exact scene, because they had to leave it out because they said it was so heartfelt and heartwarming that they absolutely could not, under any circumstances, put it in the movie because it was so loving and heartbreaking that they had they just had to remove it because it was just pure love and nothing more. One of the purest things that anybody has ever said to anybody. And even The Notebook, the greatest romantic movie of all time, if you don't consider 10 Things I Hate About You and what is it? The 10 Things I Hate About You, and then that Elvis Goes to Hawaii movie. But here it is.
Candace, I love you. I'll see you in a few days. I love you, and I can't wait to do some AA meetings with you. And then I heard that they tried to use it for the was it the coal miner's daughter? But they rejected it as a part of their script too, because it was just so beautiful. No, Josh, it's not like your camera or something is moving. Just go, all right, I can turn my camera off. It's fine. All right, here we go. And there's the first Trump reference, fake news. Yikes. Okay, so right out of the gate, the dumb bee. All right, and there you go again. You can't. What do you mean you can't hear it? You can't hear it yet? Oh my God. Hold on. This is a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. We are off to a terrible, terrible start. Okay. All right. Maybe this will work now. Get that out of the way.
Put out the link. I don't know what the hell you're on tonight, buddy, but
All
it
right.
must be some good shit.
Okay. Can you guys hear it now? No, we're not going to crash again.
Must be some good shit. Wonder where you got the money for it. Yeah. Oh, and True. And even True's boyfriend, right? They even wanted to bring her boyfriend into it after they said that she didn't like boys. Another lie, another lie. And poor Hunter. Poor
PG out.
Hunter. They said that he called Candace first. No, Candace texted
PG calling out the future lesbians of America.
him. I guess he did call her first. But she texted him, right? She texted him. Oh, Donnie Wells, what are you doing, buddy?
What are you doing besides you sitting there talking all kinds of bullshit, fake news?
Am I talking bullshit, Donald?
Like, what does she care? What does she care if a kid lied about being a lesbian or not?
Yeah, fake ass
Am I
news.
talking? Am I
Like, what?
talking bullshit?
You built your whole channel
Where's
on
Summer?
it.
Where's Summer?
She that she liked boys, and we know that's not true. Just an absolute lie.
Donald? Where's
Yeah,
Summer?
where is Summer? You don't.
Why did you put?
All right, so we're in for 2 DBs.
Cotton? Why did you put Thread Hill up to saying Cotton, another innocent man, done something when you know for a fact he didn't?
Really, bitch.
Stupid.
No, motherfucker. You said that you.
And now the ice is broken, and PG has now went into fight mode, which I think she was kind of ready for. And he is like 0 to 100, dude. And it's like, I said this months ago, and if nobody remembers this, I was the one saying that this is the greatest rivalry in the history of 2 humans. Now, okay, it's the pinnacle. It's up there with the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, Mike Tyson, Holyfield. It's up there with just the craziest Osama bin Laden versus America, all that. All right.
You told me first.
And Don loses every time. I don't understand why he keeps going back up on here to literally get verbally. She verbally packs his butt for him. It's impressive.
Personally,
You're so fucking
Fred
now
Hill.
you're lying. Now you're lying.
No, you're a liar because you said
you're a liar.
No,
you lie. You lie on your whole fucking show. Your whole show is about lies.
You personally.
No, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're a liar. You're the biggest liar ever.
No, I'm not.
Man,
You're going to hell. You are going to hell.
Okay, so Eternal Damnation has entered the chat.
Baba Booey.
And that's, once it gets spiritual, like, it's on.
Because you did say it. You did say it, Donald. Yes, you did. You said Fred would do anything for a little money. And you thought it was so funny he led Ziggy to them bones.
That was funny.
You're a liar. You're.
I don't find that. I didn't find that funny. The bones thing. It's not funny. I don't know why Don would think it's funny. He should probably be pissed off about it, but he's not.
You're a liar, though. You're a liar.
Why would I lie?
You sit up here and call me a liar. You're the liar, and you know something, Don?
Why do I have to lie about?
Liars. What do you have to lie about?
What do I have to lie about?
What do you got to lie about, Donald?
I don't got nothing to lie about.
Oh, you got plenty to lie about.
Really?
You got plenty to lie about.
You're the one up there running your mouth.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you, Donald. Why was you not at work on Sunday?
That's a great question, and I wonder that too, because he was supposed to be at work on Sunday, according to inmate Dudley, who tried to extort me for $500 to talk to him about a little girl that was missing.
After you had Dudley work on Saturday? Why was
That's
you not at work?
me.
Because you were up there fighting with someone over meth, wasn't you? So who was you fighting with, Donald?
I don't do meth, you dumb bitch.
You do,
Oh, you're making your case real strong there.
so
motherfucker.
stupid.
Oh,
You're
yes,
so
you do.
stupid.
Oh, yes, you do. Oh,
You're
yes.
the dumbest bitch
And
I
who's in
know.
jail right now for making it? For
Yeah,
manufacturing it,
Yeah,
Donald.
exactly.
You know, PG and I used to have our problems, and like I said, I do believe she's on the right side of this, and you know, I'm sure she's not for everybody, just the same way I'm certainly not. But she, you know, it pisses Don off that people talk back to him. He's not used to it, and he's certainly not used to a lady talking back to him in that fashion without being able to want to fight said human. So it's an interesting experiment. Please, and like I said, if you get triggered, I really just think anyway.
Exactly, not me, you dumb bitch.
She is no lady.
Yeah, well, you know, you're the buyer.
so
He's the
stupid.
seller.
No,
The
I
user's
don't
the
buy that
seller.
shit.
You know, but I think that the
Hey,
user
you know what?
has just as much time as
I'm
the fucking seller,
I'm
right?
on probation, you dumb bitch.
I
Don't
don't care. And you know what? Why don't you
You're,
quit calling
that's how
me a dumb
stupid
bitch,
you are.
you ugly
Because you're
motherfucker?
stupid. Because you're
No,
stupid.
I'm not stupid. You are.
If
You
I,
are.
if I
You
was
came out here
buying
and ran
meth,
your mouth. You
do you-
came
do
out
you
here and
think-
ran your mouth a
do you
little
think-
too much,
do you-
didn't you,
do you-
Donald?
no, let's get
I
real.
was crying in that
Let's get
picture,
real.
and then I
Let's
started
get
driving
real.
my Subaru, and I had my daughter dancing around in front of a Ford
Let's get
Celebrate,
real.
and I knew
Be
when I
real.
got home that day that what was
See,
intended was
That's
carried
why.
out.
That's why everybody knows
And I
you're a
went right past
psycho.
the police
You're
officers because
stupid.
my heart
You're
was beating
fucking
out. And I knew
insane.
I was fucking in trouble.
You're
and I couldn't
fucking
hardly
insane,
Gail, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate that so much.
bitch.
I couldn't hardly breathe because I fucking done did something I shouldn't have
stupid,
done.
man.
Texas lady, thank you for that super chat as well. It's very appreciated. He needs some soap for that mouth. He needs some soap for his ass.
Why did you do it? For drugs or money?
Because
bitch? Why don't
you're
you tell
insane.
us, huh?
You're
Why
one
don't you
insane
tell us?
bitch.
You piece of
You know
shit.
what? You're the piece of shit.
Fucking shit. Had your old lady carry out giving her own fucking
Why can't you
salary
be real?
so you could get what, Donald? What could you get out of it? You're
That's a Don thing. He says that all the time. Be real. Be real. Be real. And then he'll call you the N-word.
going to get a
Man.
sentence in how big.
And he absolutely did. He was like, be real with me, you dirty N. I was like, good God.
It's whether you pay here with the
No,
law or
you
not,
are.
your
You
fucking
are.
ass is going
With
to hell.
with your
You're
lies.
going to hell, motherfucker.
With your
You're
lies,
going
you
to
are.
hell. God knows
Yes,
the
you
truth.
are.
God
Yes,
knows
he
the truth,
does.
Donald.
Yes,
yeah,
he
he
does.
He knows you're a
You're-
guilty son of a bitch.
For guilty of
He knows
what?
you're a guilty son of a bitch.
Guilty of
That's
what?
I don't, maybe you're new here. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure that I went over this pretty early on. I thought that I said that this is abuse. Now, am I going to laugh about it? Well, yeah, I've been in the middle of this crap and I've been attacked by both these people and I've attacked both these people.
What am I
Mhm.
guilty of, Burgardens?
I tell you what you're guilty of, Don Wells. Pre-planning whatever happened to your daughter.
No,
Right.
you're the one. You're the one
Pre-planning
pre-planning
whatever
everything.
the fuck happened.
You're
And then
selling
you wanted to throw
bullshit.
everybody else under the bus to keep
You
the
think-
focus off of you,
you
Juan
think-
Don, because you are a coward. You are a coward. You were so
You're the
afraid to
coward.
focus on you would go to fucking.
You're the coward.
No, you
You're
are
the
fucking
coward.
coward.
You're
How am I
building your
coward, motherfucker?
channel
I'm out here.
because
I'm out here
you're-
working for Summer.
No,
I'm out
no,
here
you're not.
working-
You're not working.
supporting her, right?
You're working to build your channel by
No,
destroying us.
no, I'm working.
You're a
bitch.
liar.
I am working
You're
to get the
a
right
liar.
people in the prison. And you know who them right people
Yeah,
are?
you
The
belong in
motherfuckers
prison.
with her
That's the pot calling the kettle black.
that day.
You belong
and
in prison.
Brandon.
You belong in prison because you're a liar.
How somebody gonna come up there with your daughter when your old grandma was outside watching everything, even when your bitch ass
you act like you. Well, why wasn't you there? You act like you was there. You don't know shit. You're stupid.
I know what
you're a fucking retard.
All right. Yeah. I mean, so like I said, this is very, very abusive behavior.
You're a mental case.
No,
you're stupid as fuck. You're a fucking retard. You're a psycho. You're a motherfucking psycho. You're the biggest dumb bitch I've ever seen in my life.
I think she was laughing.
Yeah, well, this is when you get mad, Donald.
Get mad, you dumb bitch. You're so fucking stupid. Fuck you. Fuck you, ho.
The R word is kind of new to his repertoire, as far as I know. But sometimes I think about this. If he's willing to show his ass in front of that many people, talking to somebody like this, and by the way, Prayer Gardens has just as foul a mouth as he does. Far as I know, Prayer Gardens doesn't have a missing child. How is Don single is beyond me. He's not single. He's got a wife.
Yeah, bring it on, bitch.
You're mad because I'm hitting home, right?
No, you ain't hitting home with shit. Then why don't you call TBI, you dumb bitch, like you haven't called TBI 100 times before because you're so fucking stupid. They don't listen to your dumb ass. Only your stupid motherfuckers that listen to your dumb ass that listen to you because all you and all the psychos that listen to you are psychos because you're stupid. You're a fucking retard.
Why'd you meet up with Lisa for? Why'd you meet up with Lisa?
Man, I don't even know Elisa. That's how dumb you are. You're stupid.
You didn't
Go
meet up
smoke some fucking weed. Go do some pills. Whatever the fuck it is you do. You're dumb.
Donald, you're telling me more about you right now than you ever.
No. Yeah, you know what?
Hey. But you do. But you do.
I don't.
Yeah, I was actually going to say this. Yeah, come back. You hit one night, literally one. We don't do this that often over here.
Yeah,
that's why
I passed all kinds of drug tests.
Piece of shit. You ain't
I passed all kinds of drug tests because you fucking called the law. You called my probation officer and all kinds of shit. It made me go all the way back to fucking Tennessee to pass the drug test because you're a dumb bitch. And I passed that drug.
No. I wonder if that's true. I wonder if she actually did. If she did, it's kind of funny. I mean,
fuck you dumb whore.
But he's on. But he absolutely is on probation.
You're an old ass whore, and you have nothing better to do than be on YouTube talking.
By the way, I've never spoken to anybody like this, but it's really bad. Gambler says, "How can Don blame anyone for tearing down his own family? There's no way it can be torn down any more than it already is. If Don will talk like this on live drunk, imagine what it would be like at home behind closed doors. It's got to be bad."
Oh, shit, because you're a dumb bitch.
Go fuck yourself.
You're so fucking stupid.
Fuck you.
Man,
you're
fuck
ugly.
you.
You stink.
Yeah.
You stink like a nasty piece of shit.
Because I work.
The two of you ugly motherfuckers did something to your daughter, and now you're laying around.
You are doing something to my daughter. You're the one. You're the one doing something to my daughter. You're the one that's hurting our family. People like you.
Fuck you.
That's the rap that I got from him last night as well.
No.
You know what?
It is what it is.
Well, nobody's hurting Summer, Donald. They're hurting you.
You are.
They're hurting you. They're hurting you.
You are. You people like you are.
Didn't you put in jail, right?
You're fucking a psycho bitch.
Are you afraid, Donald?
You're a psycho bitch. No, I ain't afraid of you. Fuck
hey, Donald,
no.
I know I'm touching.
I ain't afraid of the law because the law's on my side. You're the one that's the psycho bitch.
No, the law ain't on your side, Donald.
I talk to the law all the time.
Yeah, usually it's, can I see your license, registration, and put your hands behind your back?
Hey, you're the one.
dinner's at 6 in the cafeteria.
When the calls the law,
Make sure to wear your prison blues.
they don't even listen to you. They don't even no, you are.
They
They
listen.
don't even listen to you.
I don't know. I
Because
don't
you're
know if they
so
don't.
psycho.
Listen, Donald,
You're the
listen.
dumbest bitch I've ever seen in
Listen,
my
you
life.
piece of shit.
That's probably the third or fourth person that I've heard him say that. He meets a lot of dumb people apparently.
No, you're the piece
They
of
listen
shit.
to me.
No, fuck
They
you.
might
I ain't
not listen
listening
to
to you.
somebody else. They
You're
listen
so
to me.
stupid. You're the
Who?
dumbest motherfucker on
Whatever.
earth. You need to
Whatever.
wake the fuck up. That's how stupid you are.
You
You
know
need to
how you
fucking
like to
listen to
lie.
me.
Oh, Ronnie Lawson's
No,
your
I don't.
uncle.
Well, I've never
I
lied
know
to
for a
you.
fact that Ronnie
I've
ain't
never
your
lied.
uncle. I
Hey,
know he ain't your uncle, motherfucker. I know you ain't related
well, I
to
could have
the
told
family at
you
all.
that.
I don't know where she got the Ronnie is he related to Ronnie Lawson, because I have specifically asked him that before and he said no. He unequivocally denied being any relation to Ronald Lawson.
That's how stupid you are.
You are not related anyway at all.
You're the
I knew
one
that
who
back
started
when you
that
thought it was
shit.
funny. No, motherfucker, that was you.
Man, shut the
That
fuck
was
up.
you, dog face.
Man,
That
shut
was
up,
you.
man.
You
Are you ready to
sloppy
talk
ass fucking
sense?
turd
Are you
cock.
ready? Do you give a fuck about Summer? Really? Are you ready to stop your bullshit? Is this about Summer or is this about you?
This is about getting the justice that little girl deserves.
All right,
because
then.
the
You need to
dirty-ass
shut your
low-life-
fucking mouth,
the
then.
dirty-ass
You need to
low-life
shut your mouth.
motherfuckers that
No,
did whatever
hey.
they done to her, didn't even let her have a proper burial, right?
Okay, right.
You-
Okay, well,
You're a couple
well,
real pieces of
I-
shit, ain't you?
man, I might be a piece of
Really?
shit, but you know what? But
Yeah,
you know
you
what?
are. Yeah, you
But
are,
that
and
makes
I'm
me
glad
better
you
than
admitted
you.
it. I am
But at least
glad
I'm better.
you admitted
Yeah,
it. Okay?
and I'm a piece of shit, but I'm at least
I'm
better
glad
than
you
you.
admitted it, you piece of crap.
Yeah, I sure am, but I'm better than you are.
You won't ever be better than me.
Hey,
You
a
won't
piece of
ever be
shit's better than
me,
you.
because I don't
Shit.
do fucking drugs instead of take care of my kids.
Man,
I
oh
don't
yeah.
fucking do
You just
drugs
sit on.
instead
You
of
just
fixing
sit
my
on
home.
here. You
I don't
just sit
do
on here.
fucking
You
drugs
sit on here and run your
and give
evil ass
people my
mouth.
children.
Man, you
because
ain't
I have
nobody.
And this conversation, so in between these two so you're gonna hear this conversation, and then you'll hear when he talks to Jankies, and he's more calm. He doesn't cuss quite as much, but in between those two calls is when him and I spoke, and it was better than. It went a little better than this, but it wasn't a lot. I mean, I wasn't yelling at him.
Prayer gardens. You're a piece of
stinky
shit.
ass
Fuck
issues
off,
that you
man.
can't handle, right?
You can't handle shit.
Dude, you've been trying.
You're the one going
You've been
off.
trying to sell children.
You don't give a fuck about Summer. You sitting here fucking putting her parents down and everything else instead of looking at the real motherfuckers that took her. That's how stupid you are.
They nobody
That's
took
how,
her.
man, fuck
And you knew that.
Really,
Nobody
bitch?
took her.
Fuck
You knew that,
Then where the
motherfucker.
fuck is? Then where is she?
When
You
you
dumb,
can tell all
you
for sure
pride
where
ass
she isn't,
fucking.
you know where she is. And
No,
you would
you
tell them where she
apparently
wasn't. I
you
guess
know
I
where
was
she
the
is.
one. I guess I
Okay.
was the one telling them that you wasn't in the woods.
Man, you ain't
and
done
telling
shit
her
but
all,
built
right,
a
Donald?
channel.
No,
You're
that
the
was
one.
you, bitch.
You built
was
a
you.
channel. You built a channel off
This
of
is
Summer's
Summer's
back.
channel.
That's all
And you
you've
know what?
done.
And I'm
You ain't done
gracious enough to
shit.
let her
No,
big
you ain't
ass
done
ass
shit.
come up here
You're a
and
piece of
fuck
shit.
yourself, right? And you haven't
Then-
been back into Tennessee taking
Hey,
shit,
since
motherfucker.
you know,
Your
since
ass
you
was
know,
over in a fucking park.
Hold on one second. And now a message from our sponsor.
Candace, I love you. I'll see you in a few days. I love you, and I can't wait to do some AA meetings with you.
Beautiful.
since you know,
This episode of The Lab is brought to you by AA. AA, do you drink and you don't want to anymore? Is it affecting your life? Head over to Alcoholics Anonymous with your best gal. Come share the story of how you took a dump in the bathtub by accident once. Oh, Oh, this isn't the toilet.
So much.
You couldn't even go back to
Since-
Tennessee for your
Since
daughter.
you know, since you
Freaking
know so
2-year
much,
memorial.
where is she?
What the fuck?
Where is she?
And this is the weapon. This is what I find odd. The weaponization of Summer when he's. This is his. Where is she? Where is she? You know, whatever.
Where is she? You know so much.
Wherever the
You're
fuck
so
you put her.
smart.
Wherever
You're
the
so
fuck you
smart.
put her, Dom
Where
Wells.
the fuck is she?
Where the fuck you put her, and like you said, she won't ever be found. Well,
You're
that's
so
good.
stupid.
Because
You're
you know
so
what?
stupid.
When you're burning in
See?
hell, you'll wish he was found.
You
There
see,
you
if
go.
you was, if
Die
you was
easy,
any,
Dom Wells.
see, all you can do is run your
You know
mouth
what,
because you're an
Donald?
evil
You
bitch.
ain't got much life left, motherfucker.
Yeah, I got
Basically telling him he's gonna drop dead. Wow, I didn't see that one coming.
all
Really,
kinds because you're an evil
You
bitch.
ain't got much life left, motherfucker.
Yeah, I got
You
all
really
kind of life
don't.
left.
No, you don't, Donald.
You're
No,
the
you don't.
one.
No, you
You're
don't.
the
dude.
one.
You got
You're the one.
very
Okay,
little
how
time.
much
Trust
you
that.
want to bet on that?
Trust
How much
that.
you want to bet on that?
Dude, you have got
How
one
much?
foot in the grave and the other one sliding,
No,
bitch.
you're wrong.
You're
You're
an old
wrong.
man. You're an old
How much?
man.
How much you want to bet on that? That you die before?
I don't think 60 years ago there would have been people willing to do this. Does that make sense?
For me.
You're an old fucking man.
No.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm not.
Old man, dude.
How much
And-
you want to
and-
bet on that?
And you about to
Absolutely, she did. Absolutely, she did. No question.
go.
Do you know how many people? Do you know how many people
You
have
know
said
why,
that
Don
I'm
Wells?
guilty?
You know
And
why?
then no, you're wrong. You're
Because
gonna
God's
die
gonna take
tomorrow.
out of
You're
this
gonna
world
you're
because you
gonna
didn't
What is this? That
do
die.
your daughter or your
I'm
other
praying.
children right.
I'm praying
There
to
you go.
God. I'm praying to God that soon you're gonna meet your maker.
You're going to meet
Because
your maker.
I'm innocent.
Oh, you're a Christian and you're going to pray to God someone meets their.
wow. Whoa. That is wow.
maker.
Yeah.
From what I understand, that she's this was yesterday, and she is alive and well today.
You are.
Pray to
You
God
are. Your
meets
ass is
their
in
maker.
trouble now.
God don't
Your ass
listen
is in
to
trouble. No, you put this on me.
Did Don put did he put a curse on PG? Is that what happened?
But I'm twisting it back on you.
No,
You're the one who started it. You know what?
Dude,
No,
you
wait. You wait till tomorrow.
Straight into
You wait.
hell like
You wait till tomorrow. You will see. You will see. You will find out. You will find out.
Motherfucker,
Yeah.
you're already dead.
You better back up.
You are already dead.
No,
you
I'm
piece of
not.
shit.
I'm
You're
alive and
already
well.
dead. No,
I'm alive and
No.
well.
no.
You know, I don't really like. I had somebody put a curse on me one time. When I used to listen to the Howard Stern show many years ago, there was a guy on there named Riley Martin, and he was an extraterrestrial. Well, he claimed to be from the future, and he sold these things that were called symbols. And so he had this whole fascination with living in outer space. So if you buy a symbol from him, you're allowed on the mothership. And I bought one from him, and then what ended up happening is then he went on the show and said, like, everybody who bought one of those is now cursed, and your curse is for 48 hours. I can't undo the curse. And yeah, so nothing happened though.
Your eyes ain't open to nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
You're already a dead man.
Oh,
walking.
no,
Okay.
I'm not.
Piece of shit.
No,
You're
I'm
a drug
innocent.
addict piece of shit.
No,
that
no.
lost all
What
your
is this? So I don't know what he keeps bringing up. I'm innocent.
children.
You're
Every
wrong,
damn
bitch.
last one of them.
You're a
Oh, well,
wicked
where's your
witch.
kids, Donald? Are they in
You're
your
a wicked.
hotel room?
You're a wicked witch.
Are they in your hotel room?
You're a wicked
No, I'm a
witch.
wicked bitch because I can't stand
You're a
He
you.
actually said witch.
wicked
I
witch.
can't stand a
Yeah.
piece of shit that
That's why
sits
you're
there
a dead
and done
bitch.
nothing to find his daughter
Yeah.
because she already
Uh,
knew where.
Oh no, I'm not. Is there a reason I'm wearing sunglasses inside? Yeah, there is.
The fuck she
Oh,
was.
really?
You
Yeah, really?
ass white.
You'll
You
find
are
out.
fucking ass white.
You'll find
That's what
out.
you are. Fuck you.
You'll find
Fuck
out.
you.
You'll
I'm going
find
to tell
out.
you what, dude. If Satan is in you as big as a horse, and that demon will flee the
Really?
minute your fucking eyes shut and
You're
you're
so
gone.
really.
That demon won't
Okay.
go to hell, but you sure to hell will, dude.
You're gonna find out.
And you're an
You're
old
gonna,
fucking
you're gonna
man,
find
and
out.
you're sliding into the grave as you speak.
I
Keep
pray to
talking.
God. I
Keep
pray to
talking because
God.
you're going to get there faster now.
I see, and I don't. So, like, I don't think. I don't know if it's a. I don't know if it's a threat. I don't know what it is. It's weird. He, I don't know if it's criminally like. I don't know if he's liable for it. I don't know.
Pray to God that He strikes you sick tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you what. You already are sick, motherfucker. You already are sick in the fucking head.
Big time.
There you go. You don't get no sicker than that, you piece of shit.
Okay, so is this over now? Did he leave?
You want to talk about somebody cursed? You ugly motherfucker. You already cursed. Look at your face.
Ooh.
What a dilapidated piece of shit right there, right?
Oh,
He comes up and gets mad. Oh, man.
she went for it, dude.
What a dilapidated piece of shit right there, right? He already cursed. Look at your face. What a dilapidated piece of shit right there, right? You already cursed. Look at your face. What a dilapidated piece of shit right there, right? He comes up and gets mad.
Why does she echo so much? Is she I don't know why she is echoing.
All mad and pissed off. Oh, I'm going to pray to God. I'm going to pray to God that you God makes you sick. He's going to make you sick. No, Don Wells, God ain't going to make me sick, dude, because I got the anointing. I got the anointing, you piece of crap. There you go.
Woo!
You ain't got it. I'm alive. I'm alive.
Nice.
My eyes have been open to the cesspool you're laying all up in. That's why I'm able to see what the fuck you are,
Oof.
you big nasty piece of shit.
Okay. All right.
He dropped down, run away like the coward he is.
Then she's kind of like gets wound, she kind of winds up. She's a wind up doll a little bit. And it takes her a little bit to like, you know what I'm saying? It takes her just a little bit to,
Is right.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You don't want to hear these old fucking man about ready to croak like the rest of the pack that's been running around in this case and doing evilness, right?
Oof.
Well, it's your turn now, Don Wells. Fuck you. You old bastard. You're ugly fucking old lady as well.
Oh man, dude. Like, she's not even in the room. I mean,
shit. His laugh ain't scary. He's a fucking dog. He's a dog. I threw him a bone. It was called The Truth, and he fucking bit on it. What's up, Carrie?
Okay. All right. So there we go. All right. So then that was funny. God, she gets him so mad. It's funny to me, man. That's what's funny about it. The person that was in here earlier, if this would be your first time watching, then and you're not keen on what's up, I get it. But I actually think that it is, as somebody who has been talked to, like he has talked to me, and it's funny to hear somebody else give it back, throwing Candace under there. I know she was just throwing everybody in the Instapot. She was like, I'm ready to pop smoke and all y'all can get it. And did she ever? Okay, here we go. Oh, crap. Who? Not once. Okay, there he is.
It was a Moses lamp. She's
No, she didn't. But I'm saying if
She-
she would
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
she
been
was
that side,
she was right. You're right.
right?
Yeah, they struck off.
I love that.
Now I only know who Jankies is on here. I don't know who the other people are. I don't care who they are. I don't know who they are.
Oh
I
man,
do too.
I
I
love
used to
it.
love it.
I miss it so much.
You know, Jethro's the only living
One left.
one from the show.
Is
Max
Ellen
Bear.
May dead?
Yep, they're all passed
Oh,
away
man.
except for Jethro.
That's sad.
Really? Yeah, they're all gone now. Because I was researching it the other day, and I was like, oh, why is it? I wish they would bring it back. Then I realized half of them are gone. They're dead.
Turn on.
Like-
Do you have Pluto TV over there?
Which one?
Pluto
TV.
TV.
Good God.
It's a free app.
No.
You can watch a bunch.
Yeah, is that
I'm going.
Not much.
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
What's
Don.
going on, Wild
Oh,
Thing?
no, I'm going.
Not much.
I'm going.
Doing all right?
I'm hanging in there best I can.
She jumped down real quick.
Man, I got kicked out of Prayer Garden over there taking up for you. They
Yeah,
kicked me out.
I did too.
I knew
I've
it wouldn't
heard
last
about it.
long.
I ain't got to see it though.
Man.
She'll have
I
it
had my-
taken down before I
I
get
had
over
my
there.
alias up and everything. They'd still kick me out.
Hell yeah.
But you was
Pretty
hanging good
awesome.
there.
I appreciate it. I was trying.
She's just disgusting.
It's totally disgusting. She's just trying to make up a narrative of whatever evil monsters that she can think of, and that's
Yeah.
all she's about.
That's when she cut me off because I told her
her.
she kept reaching. I said, "Quit reaching," and she cut me off.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna be getting down. I'll be in the chat.
Later, dog.
I Chill Billy.
Is that guy's name Dog, or is he just calling him Dog?
Yeah,
You doing all right, brother?
I'm trying to hang in there. You doing all right?
Yeah, same here, bro. Trying to hang in there for all I got.
Nice.
You know the situation I'm in.
Oh yeah, I know how it is.
I appreciate your help, brother. I want you to know that.
It's something that neighbors do, man.
I'll be home soon.
Yeah, I was telling Candace whenever you come in, holler at me.
I sure will. Yeah.
Y'all
I
doing
got
all
to,
right?
Oh yeah, they're doing excellent. Didn't you just hear Don? He's having a great time, doing fine.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing all right. I'm doing all right. My
She get her
daughter, I
ankle
mean,
better.
huh?
She get her
I'll
ankle
tell you
better.
why the rage has worn off, because we talked in the middle of these two conversations, and the tone of our conversation, for him at least, was still him pissed, but he wasn't like, how do you say, I mean, he was talking to me the same way he talks to her. I wasn't, he left me a message. And two of them actually, and he must have just been hammered. And so I was like, all right, I wonder what he wants. And it was nothing.
Well, Candace has got her ankle problem, but my daughter has to do 6 weeks of, I probably shouldn't share this, but I'm going to, but my daughter has infection in her bones, which is normally fatal. But she's got some good doctors on her side. She's been in surgery, and so she's got to go through 6 weeks of infusions or whatever, and so Candace is going to stay here and help her all she can for another 6 weeks.
Man, I'm sorry to hear about that. We'll be praying
No,
for her.
it's good. I mean, because she's got some amazing doctors actually helping her.
Yeah.
And she's been sick for a while, so at least we figured out what's wrong, and she's doing good. Candace is going to stay here and make sure she's doing good, and so.
Well, praise the Lord that y'all
Right.
got some answers, and that she's on the road to recovery.
Exactly. I only have one daughter left right now, so.
Well, God watch over, please, Lord.
Exactly.
Well, tell Candace, I've been praying for her, and I'll send her little messages here and there just to let her know I'm thinking about her.
I appreciate that, y'all. Really do.
My heart breaks for her. It really does, because I'm a mama, and you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man.
Yeah.
I just lost my son, so it's just hell. And
right.
when I get sad, and then I'll start thinking.
I don't know who I've seen this lady, like I've seen her avatar, and I think I've seen her on panels before. I don't know who the hell this lady is, though. I'm assuming that she's friends with Jinkies.
Her, and then I'll be crying for both of us.
Well, we appreciate that.
Because I think they do most of the talking, and Jinkies just kind of chills.
God's got a greater plan,
He
so
does.
we got to stick with that. And I don't know.
Sometimes we might not ever know on this side, but we'll know on the other.
Exactly.
We just got to trust him through it all.
We do. It's so hard when you got JLRs and all these people attacking us. It's so hard. And I know they attack. I know they attack you guys because you guys stick up for us. It's unreal.
That's all right.
No big deal to me.
Right.
We know when you stand up for what's right, you're gonna get kicked.
Yeah, but like you've never been truly like, I'm sure people, the way that they get attacked and say, oh, I can't believe that they believe the Wells are so stupid. That's it. They don't like get CPS called on them, or people don't try and reach out to their family, or, maybe they do. I doubt it, but it's like, I've went through weeks of just people just dragging me and calling me every name that you could think of because Don and Candace. It's just
Yeah, exactly.
But that JLR wasn't cool, man. Coming over there, hunting y'all down, going across states, and that's stalking.
It's actually not. And I was talking to Linda about this earlier. I don't want anybody to do anything like that. But what I will tell you is that, first of all, it's not stalking and it wasn't illegal. Now, if he would have continued to go back after he was told to leave, then you have a legal issue. But as far as I know, he knocked on the door and then tossed the or she slammed it on him. Sepsis is fatal in 20% of patients, commonly because of IV drug use. I agree. 100% true. Just saying, right, Noel?
You know
I
what I'm saying?
don't know how a federal parole officer or probation officer, a federal probation officer would let him get away with doing what he's doing. I don't understand it.
I don't either, because man, he's creepy.
Yeah, he's the biggest creep in the world.
I mean, I wouldn't say he's the biggest creep in the world. I mean, Don Wells is up there.
And he had to be watching your room to see when you left, so he could come there when
What I was
Candace
fixing
was
to say,
alone.
he waited
That is
right
so,
until you left.
man, that
Yeah.
creeps me out.
How do they know? I'm not saying that he did or that he didn't, but they say it's just so matter of fact. That's what I was going to say. That's what he waited. And they're gassing him up and you know, it's over. Right? It's over. But yet they want him. It's just not a matter of fact that he did that.
I even tried to talk to him, and he won't even talk to me. He wants to
course not.
talk about me, but he don't want to talk with me. He don't want to. No, he wants to. You know.
Takes a backbone to do that, Don.
Yeah, he's
Exactly.
a punk.
Yeah, he is a little punk. He won't face me face to face.
That'd take a man to do something like that.
Yep.
Why would anybody want to talk to him face to face? He's going to just try and beat you up like that. Like you're going to end up getting in a fight.
Well, you know what? God sees all this, and eventually justice will come.
Yep. It might come sooner than he thinks.
That's right.
Very ominous.
Because, I mean, you know, that was dangerous. Candace alone there, you know, and he waited till you went to work. That is stalking. I mean, that is.
It's not stalking.
We're kind of lucky. We got some neighbors in this area right here. I mean, most of our neighbors are from Mexico. These people are.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Don just loves that.
They got kids everywhere.
We have tortillas and all kinds of refried beans.
They're hurting.
Yeah, I heard Candace talking about that.
I talk to them all the time. They're good people, you know.
Yeah, they're just trying to make it like everybody else.
Exactly. Well, they got their eyes open for him now. I promise you that.
And I told him, you know, I'll show up to your daughter's quinceañera.
I tried talking to him, but he don't want to talk. He just wants to, you know, be a fake news person like he is.
Yeah,
he's all about the fake news.
Yeah, I think he like in his head thinks he's something more than what he is. Like I think there's a little bit of psychosis going on or something. Maybe.
Exactly. I don't understand how his federal parole officer allows him to get away with this stuff.
And speaking of parole officers,
I reckon he was Muslim whenever he was in prison, wasn't he?
I'd say he's a little bitch when he was in prison. That's what I think.
Oh yeah, you know he was.
Oh yeah, man. He was such a first of all, how do they know that? And second of all, it's just like a child thing to say.
But I know I've seen them pictures where his beard, he looks like a cracked out Amish guy or something. And I think it's whenever he was going through his Muslim.
He's a little bitch when he's doing all his lives all day long. I mean, he would probably be doing the same thing when he's in prison. straight little bitch.
Of course.
All the way around.
But he don't want to have to face.
Morgan makes a great point here. I feel like an alien spying on world's dumbest people. I think, like, I believe in aliens, and I think that they monitor the stuff that humans do. And I think when they do monitor the stuff that humans do, that they listen to this kind of stuff and they're like, let's just move on. Let's warn them about using nuclear bombs. And then after that, let's move on.
He's Candace's husband.
You like her?
No, he wants to catch my wife when she's alone, just like Chris McDonough come to my house when I wasn't there and filmed my house when I wasn't there. Little bitch.
Yeah.
Little bitch move. Chris McDonough.
I agree.
JLR, all of them, little bitches that they are.
Nothing but a bunch of leeches. And
right. Okay. So this is, first of all, this is an absolute lie, and that's not what happened. Matter of fact, Chris was looking to talk to Dawn, and Dawn avoided him for the 4 days that he was there. And then once he left, then Dawn called Chris on the phone, but he didn't wait for him not to be there. He asked if he was there. He was hoping that he would be there. And yeah. I mean, that's really what happened.
They don't want to face me face to face. I even invited JLR to interview me face to face on Fox News, but he don't want to do that.
Oh no.
No, hell no.
On Fox News, in what world is Fox News going to allow Jonathan Lee Riches and Donald Wesley Wells debate? And what is it that they're going to debate about?
Willing to talk to JLR on Fox News live, but he's too
talk to Fox News live. What is that? He can't like just. I don't think that Fox News is going to be willing to just throw out the, like, hey, here you go. And Kimberly, good to see you. Thank you for being here, Kimberly. Yeah, I mean, it's just a lie, but I get it. He's pissed, as always.
Too much of a little bitch to do that. I will go one-on-one with him on Fox News anytime.
We're going to talk about climate change.
He just wants to creep around and do stuff like back.
Yeah,
he's creeping. He makes the videos. He puts them online. I don't know. I don't consider that creeping. I mean, creeping would be like, hiding in a bush, and then, not saying that I've seen him in bushes before, but never actually hiding. I don't think that's what he's doing. But he's posting videos on Facebook or on YouTube. I wouldn't consider that creeping around.
He's a creeper. Yeah, he's a stalker. He's a little, I don't know what the hell his problem is. I don't understand how his federal parole officer lets him get away with this stuff. It blows my mind.
Yeah, he needs to be revoked.
I'm on.
Oh, guess who? Speaking of revoked,
on probation. My probation officer won't let me get away with a damn thing.
I don't believe that.
I mean, if you went across a couple of states to go stalk somebody, I bet your butt would be in jail.
Yeah, if that's really, I mean, it's not stalking. Now, if you say, hey, stay away from me, you can get a temporary protection order if you can show that you were in danger, whatever. But simply showing up in somebody's door and knocking on it is not stalking. Now, if it was something that was continually done, absolutely, he could get in trouble for stalking.
my probation officer called me.
Yep.
He says he made me come back to Tennessee and do a drug test, which I did.
Right.
Yep. And then when I come back here to go to work, he says, well, now I have to go
Good night, Yanita.
back to
Take
Tennessee,
care.
which I'm complying with.
Good.
I'm going to do exactly what he tells me to do.
Very nice.
No problem. I'm going back to Tennessee like he told me to. I'm going to do exactly what he says. How in the hell is this dude on federal parole and getting away with doing this kind of stuff?
Right.
Like that's, so he's not even on probation. At least he's on something, you know, that's not like childish. Don bitching about somebody's probation officer letting them get away with something is one of the most ironic things that I've ever heard come out of a human's mouth.
Right. And they're making you run back and forth to Tennessee to take.
Yeah. And it sounds like he failed his piss test.
Yeah. I'm going back to Tennessee tomorrow or the next day, and I'm going to meet up with my probation officer, and I'm going to comply with in every way he tells me to. But apparently JLR has a free pass to terrorize our nation, apparently.
Kind of makes you wonder, like, who is he in cahoots with?
Yeah, I know, right? His federal parole officer.
He's with us on the inside. He's real quiet about it.
Allows him to do all this all day long. I don't get it.
It ain't right. Plus,
it ain't right.
Some people, that's not cool at all. Like that puts your wife and you at risk, and then you going to work and her.
You know what puts Candace and Don at risk? Them being in the same room.
Well, not only that, but our kids
unsupervised
that we're trying to get back. He's trying to say that we're bad parents.
You ever notice that Don doesn't come out and say anything until he's forced to? Because like people know that he's going to be back in Tennessee, and so he tries to get ahead of it a little bit, which is smart on his part, by the way. But he's like, yeah, but you know, like we were kind of and now we're kind of going, we're having to go back. And then he talks about the boys, you know, like when it was found out, I don't know why he's talking about getting the boys back. He's basically said like they are never getting their kids back ever. But since it hasn't been officially announced, he hangs on to that thread.
And all this and that. He doesn't have a clue. And Chris McDonough doesn't have a clue.
Well, they don't know what it's like to lose a child, you know.
They don't.
Never mind.
Chris McDonough is the biggest wimp piece of crap I've ever known in my life.
I would think that I would think that Chris could probably kick the dog shit out of Don.
He's never had 4 kids.
Yeah, and Chris did lose a child.
Ever in his life. He doesn't have a clue. We've had 4 kids in our house that, you know, 4 kids is like having a tornado. You're trying to take care of a tornado.
I know. I have 4. I know.
Yeah.
And listen, when you have kids, you cannot.
And I do think that Chris has that many kids, but I don't know.
Keep your house
I think
spotless.
so.
It's impossible.
No. And not only that, when Summer come up missing, the police come in and tore our house to pieces.
Oh yeah, they will.
Many times over. And we allowed Chris McDonough to come in and, you know, for concern.
It's amazing. Like he constantly goes back to Chris. Don is really mad with News Nation because they put Chris on the end cap of that piece that they did. He's absolutely furious with them. I don't know if he talks about that here or not, but he's pissed at Enton. He's pissed at News Nation, Angela, Ansley. He's pissed with all of them.
for our daughter. We thought this sorry piece of shit would come in and help us, but no, he was trying to exploit us. That's all he was trying to do.
That's exactly what he did too.
Yep.
How the hell does this lady know? Who are you? Who are you? What have you done? My God. It's like, how do you know? You don't know the guy.
Just like JLR.
I didn't trust Chris McDonough when I saw him on that interview, even though for the
very awesome. Yeah, that's great. Good for you.
I thought.
Well, I don't trust him anymore. That's for sure.
Oh no, he's a backstabber. You know what? He just likes to. He does all these bad things.
See him trying to manipulate, though. I could see it. Like I could see him working and trying to manipulate.
Yeah, I wish I would have known that. If I would have known that, I would have met him at the house, and I would have been going to jail on an assault charge. I promise you that.
Yeah, you probably would have. But I, from what I remember, I think McDonough worked Vice for years, and he dealt with like drunk a-holes all the time. And what Don is mad about, and to be completely honest, is that McDonough blew the lid off of his bullshit. And, then his sisters and then his past really got looked into. And Chris was super nice to Candace. But Chris literally just like, all he did was show Dawn and Candace for who they were, but he didn't do anything that wasn't agreed to. He didn't twist anything. He didn't twist anything.
Yeah.
And same with JLR.
Yeah, it ain't cool to roll up on your wife like that. I mean,
No, he took advantage of my wife and me. My wife allowed him to come up in our house. We trusted him.
So, in all honesty, okay, so your wife let him in the house and film an interview. And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
And he said, "Oh, we're going to help you find your daughter." That piece of shit never helped us do a damn thing but exploit us for every little thing that he possibly can, just like JLR, the little bitch that he is.
And that's why it's so hard to trust people, because like you think somebody's trying to help you and they screw you over right as soon as you just let your guard down for 2 seconds.
Yeah, because we thought he in his own words, he was going to help us find our daughter. What a lying piece of crap. He ain't done a damn thing.
He was just trying to get some views and make a name for himself.
Yeah, that's all. All he cared about is Chris McDonough, himself, and making money. He even privatized his channel and talked all kinds of crap and made,
I don't know what that means,
tons of money off the viewers out there, off of Summer Wells's back. What a piece.
The only time Chris even talks about Dawn is when he comes on my show. He doesn't do anything he doesn't do anything involving the Summer Wells case other than kind of just keep apprised on it.
Some sorry crap.
Which is the same thing that we know that Swear Garden's doing, because that's all she does is she's got that name. This is Summer's channel. Really? Well, where's all that money going? It ain't going to Summer. It ain't going to Summer's fun.
All of her guys, that's all she cares about is herself.
Yep.
Exactly. She don't give a damn about Summer.
No, like I said, what are you thinking about? When I told her this, this is what she cut me off last time. I said, do you realize, I'm being serious, that these boys are going to be old enough to hear this? If they can hear this on the internet, what would you think they would think of what you're saying about their parents? And what about when little Summer's found? What are you going to do when she hears this one day? You think she's going to love the way that you're talking about her parents? And she said,
Hell
get
no.
out of here. And just kicked me out.
I wonder what those kids heard day in and day out. I don't know who she is. She's just some panel member. I don't know if she has a channel or not. I have no idea. But she's Dawn's cheerleader.
Yeah.
Imagine knowing everything that you know about Dawn, and as not only as a lady, but just a human, being okay with the way that Dawn treats people. Now, I know that Dawn has been harshly criticized, and a lot of that, most of it is his fault. And do people go overboard? I absolutely agree they do.
There's one thing that she cannot, and Chris McDonough and all these haters, and none of them can ever dispute. And we told our boys, Ed Summer, and our kids every single day that we love them with all our heart. And we done everything we could for them every single day. It's not our fault that the state of Tennessee is corrupt and kidnapped our boys. And they will realize it when they get older.
And this is a great comment here. Retired homicide detective with Cold Case Foundation. Chris has a good reputation. Don keeps adding to bad for himself. The only place that Chris has a bad reputation is among this fringe group of clip channels that think that they have done something in their life worth a shit to be able to call out people who spent their life in public service that would end up looking for their missing child. If their child was actually kidnapped, they would actually search for them, no matter the kind of person that they were. The same help that was offered to Dawn and Candace. It's all a lie. And so that's the only place that Chris isn't respected, is among this fringe, loser, stupid, idiot group where people just sit behind avatars and just talk their shit and haven't done a goddamn thing in their life to contribute to any child ever being found or helped or anything at all. Never. And that's what they do. They feel that they speak for the masses. I can tell you right now, more people love Chris than hate him. His numbers speak for themselves. He is who he says he is. He did not do anything that wasn't on the up and up with Dawn and Candace and Allie and Hunter and everybody that agreed to sit down and talk to him. They didn't like what came out of it. That's their fault. They didn't have to sit down, and nobody forced them. If they would have said, no, we're not going to talk to you, then they didn't, then they don't have to. They never had to, but they all sat and talked. Okay.
With the state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
Or welfare. I don't know about the state of Tennessee so much, but the welfare is corrupt.
Don, it's not just in Tennessee; it's in every state. It is so bad.
Yes,
Look up Megan
yes,
Walsh
ma'am.
on Twitter. Look
Yes,
up Megan
ma'am.
Walsh.
Yes, ma'am. You're right. Yes, in every state. Yes, ma'am. You're absolutely right. It's
My
modern
daughter's
day.
I mean, you haven't seen a lot of Chris around lately, and I mean, I think he's doing his show on Sundays, but the guy's busy. He's working. So is he retired from that police agency? But I mean, he is very active in investigations and working, and is asked constantly by other agencies to either weigh in, train, or whatever. And people can say, no, that's not true all they want. It's absolutely true. 100% true. It's constant. He's inundated with these things. And not just the Cold Case Foundation, other agencies as well.
Day kidnapping.
It is.
Yes, it
And
is.
look, if they see a beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed child like my granddaughter, they try to
Yep.
take her. Just like if they had their
Yep.
hands on Summer, they try
Wait, what did she just say?
to take her. Like my granddaughter. It is.
Yes, it
And
is.
look, if they see a beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed child like my granddaughter, they try to
Yep.
take her. Just
Who tries to take her?
like if they
Yes, ma'am, you're right. Yes, in every state. Yes, ma'am, you're absolutely right. It's
My daughter's
modern
dealing
day
with
kidnapping.
it is.
Yes, it
And
is.
look, if they see a beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed child like my granddaughter, they try to
Yep.
take her. Just like if they had their
Yep.
hands on Summer, they'd try to take her.
So this lady just said that if CPS sees a blue-eyed, blonde-haired child, that they'll try and steal them because of their blonde hair and blue eyes. Like her granddaughter.
If
Yeah, absolutely.
your little
And
boys
I'm not so sure that they didn't have to do something with Summer's disappearance. I don't put it past them. I don't
I don't
trust them.
put it past
They
either. I don't trust
they took my boys. Why wouldn't they take Summer?
Yep.
Wow. And yes, please, if you would hit that like button, if you haven't, would be very appreciated.
They're doing it in a legal way, yeah, with a judge, high-priced lawyers that we can't
show up with the
afford.
police. Mm-hmm.
Yep, all that. You damn right. Thank you.
And-
I really
and then it's like-
appreciate you.
And then it's like if you say, no, I don't.
I love that. I don't know why I love that so much. Thank you. He's like, thank you. I really appreciate you.
I want you to come in my house.
They're doing it in a legal way, yeah,
This is
with
great.
a judge, high-priced lawyers that we can't
Show up with the
afford.
police. Mm-hmm.
Yep, all that. You damn right. Thank you. I really
then it's like-
appreciate you.
Noel says, interesting to me. He keeps saying kidnapping instead of trafficking. Just an observation. No doubt. It is interesting. I agree with that. Yep. I really thank you. I really appreciate you.
And then it's like
I don't
I
trust
don't put
them.
it past
They-
either. I don't trust.
They took my boys. Why wouldn't they take Summer?
Yep.
Why wouldn't they just do it at the same time?
They're doing it in a legal way, yeah, with a judge, high-priced lawyers that we can't
Show up with the
afford.
police. Mm-hmm.
Yep, all that. You damn right. Thank you.
And-
I really
and then it's like-
appreciate you.
And then it's like if you say, no, I don't want you to come in my house, then they're automatically going, okay, well then I'm calling the police, getting a warrant, and then
Well,
and not even if you
it-
don't have nothing to hide, it's just that's your right.
it's
say no.
actually my fault. It's actually my fault because I didn't know the law and I didn't study the law like a lawyer. That I let them take my boys. That's
Yeah,
my
well,
fault.
none of us do though. We don't know. And like
Yeah,
my daughter, the
right.
CPS is a serious problem sometimes. I'm not going to disagree. But what I am going to disagree with is the characterization that the people that intervened in this case did it for profit. And that's just not what happened. They have a long history of this kind of behavior. They've had a long history of this kind of behavior. It's just not what happened. Not at all.
same thing happened with her, and that's
Right.
my grandchild's in the system right now, and I'm fighting to
Yes,
get her
ma'am.
out.
Yeah. And you'll be fighting until she turns 18, I'm sure,
Yeah,
just like my
She's
boys.
5. She's 5 right
Well,
now.
Yep, it's corruption at the highest levels.
It is, and you know
It
what? They
really
make money
is.
off of every child they adopt out of
Hey.
CPS.
And I know, like, and here's the thing, and people will say all the time, CPS needs to do better. CPS needs to do better. CPS needs to do better. Well, why not the parents do better?
And then CPS wouldn't be relied on as heavily as they are and taxed to no limit. That would be a better solution. Just take care of what you're supposed to take care of. Take care of your children. Don't be,
just in Tennessee is $3.2 billion a year. Just for children. I don't know what they make for the prison.
Right. And so is that a lot of money? Yeah. But there's a lot of families that need intervention. It sucks. And things slip through the crack, and sometimes they're wrong, and sometimes there's a bad CPS worker. Sometimes there's two bad CPS workers. Sometimes somebody falls. It's true. Yeah. But you cannot paint this broad brush the way that they do. This is what they do. And it's just not right.
System or whatever, but I'm sure
Gail, thank you again so much. 5 more memberships from Gail. That is, what are we at here? It's pretty good total. 15 new memberships today. Wow. You guys are very, very sweet. Thank you so much. Wait, what happened? Oh. Okay, wrong person. Sorry.
it's probably more than that.
Well, also, do you know that Bill Clinton put into effect when he was in
oh my God
office that each child protective agency that adopts out a child out of CPS gets a $6,000 bonus?
Because they're trying to place children in homes because they don't have the facilities to keep all the battered and beaten and abused children. How do you not understand that? I don't even know if that's true what she's saying, but it makes sense. Holy shit.
I wouldn't doubt that one bit. Yep. It's all about the money with these people. Yeah. They're modern day kidnappers.
They are
modern day kidnappers.
But they use the law to do it on the exactly. It's sad. It's horrific. It's wrong. You know, I thought only this kind of stuff happened.
I'm not saying that things like that don't happen, because I'm sure that they do get it wrong and they mess up and they give kids back when they're not supposed to. And they take kids that probably shouldn't. I know that they have taken kids. It's a huge agency with tens of thousands of employees. And okay, so whatever, but
in the old days when they was barbaric and but here we are, 2023, and they're doing this through the court system. Yep. Legally kidnapping our kids.
Okay, so if they're doing it legally through the court system, if somebody if CPS had taken my kids, and I'll tell you exactly what I would do. Here's what I would do. First of all, I would comply with everything that they asked me to do. I'd quit whatever they wanted me to do. Even if it was like, hey, you got to stop drinking water. I'd stop drinking water. And then, or, you can't drink Diet Cokes anymore. Okay, fine, whatever. You need to go to these classes. Okay, I'll go to these classes. And I would be diligent about it. I would do them. I would get it done. And if they said, look, you're not up to par, and I knew that I'd sell everything I had and I would hire a lawyer and I would beg a lawyer, look, I don't have a lot of money. I can't pay. I am desperate. My kids, I didn't do this. I'm a better parent than this. I'm a I promise. I just want my kids back. I need your help. I need help. I need your help. I need to get my kids back. And that's what I would say. I don't have a lot of money to pay you, but I'll pay you what I can. And please just help me get my kids back. I'm trying to do better. I don't believe that they should be in foster care anymore. Look what I did. I did my certifications. I went to these classes. I took my parenting classes. I did my anger management. I peed clean. I fixed up what they told me to fix up. My house is clean. What more can I do? And then if that's not enough, then you beg and you plead. Please help me. But don't just pontificate. Don't just say stuff on the internet. There's an old saying in the hood, if you're about it, be about it. And Don's not really being about it. He's talking about it, but he's not about it. The actions just don't match up. And that's it.
John Walsh's daughter, y'all need to follow it. John Walsh, the guy from America's Most Wanted. Well, his daughter,
she's crazy too.
CPS came to her door and took her 5-day-old baby off her arms, and they video recorded it.
Wow.
And it is on YouTube. You can look it up. And it's
terrible. If I would have known my rights, I would have told the welfare if I would have known what I know now, I would have told welfare to get the fuck off my property. I would have told them, I probably would have beat their ass and told them to come back with a search warrant or whatever. I did not know my rights. I was so stupid. And I was in shock because of Summer's disappearance, which makes me think that they might have something to do with Summer's disappearance.
Okay, so before he gets into whatever that is, I'm going to tell you that as far as I know, that Dawn Wells and Candace were told by CPS and law enforcement that they had 24 hours to turn their children over to CPS or they were getting hooked and booked. They had 24 hours. They had papers signed by a judge. If he would have said, get off of my property, they had the law supporting them to have those children removed from the home. They were told that they needed to turn the children over within the notice. They gave them 24 hours.
Because this put me in shock, and I don't know.
It's trauma.
I really
it's
don't.
Trauma. And when you're in trauma, you can't.
They put me. They took care of. They took advantage of the fact that I was in trauma.
Yep.
And then they brainwashed my boys into all kinds of. My boys is horrible. And then you got pieces of shit like Chris McDonough, Prairie Gardens, and Doug and all these sorry sons of bitches that. Oh man.
Work against you. It's hard enough trying to fight these people. But when you got people working against you, I mean, it's almost impossible. It feels like. But you got God on your side, so.
Well, I tried to talk to Prairie Gardens, and I warned her and I begged her to talk to me, but
YouTube, yeah. Hi, Josh. As a person with an intellectual and educated mind, set proper grammar. You're saying that I have proper grammar? Sort of. Sometimes.
She wouldn't. And I told her, you know what?
Yeah. I'm really surprised that I didn't get tossed in there, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, he doesn't like me at all.
After tonight, I'm praying to God. After tonight, it might be over for her.
Now that could be a threat. I mean, that's a little gnarly.
And you know what? I don't know.
Well, justice is coming for a lot of people because
that's right.
I don't think he does like me. I think that he has tried to. Hold on, I'll show you guys something. Here we go. All right, here. Let me play it. Keep
God
don't like. What does the Bible say about what you do with a little child? It says better to tie a millstone around your neck and to be cast into the depths of the ocean than to hurt or harm a little one of these or to lead a little one of these astray.
Absolutely.
And her using a little missing.
Zoe Cummings says, why would a CPS worker need to sneak up the hill and kidnap Summer when they could have taken her legally with their brothers? It's a great point.
Child, your daughter, she acts like it's her child, which it's not.
Exactly.
And it just is sick. And
she has no idea of the relationship that I have with my daughter.
Some of you are going to be like extremely harsh about me saying, I'm just going to say it. There's a part of me that somewhere along the way, I don't know how Don was raised. I don't know anything really about his childhood. I don't think it was a great childhood. There is some part of me that feels bad for the upbringing that these people had to deal with, but that's not an excuse for how you act later on in life as an adult. Yeah, you didn't have a great example, but at the same time, you can change things for yourself. And so, like I said, there's a part of me that absolutely feels sorry for the child that was once this innocent child, and somewhere along the way they just broke bad. And it's this whole thing is said, the whole situation. Like, I know, like, I laugh about some stuff, the way they say it and stuff. I mean, this is a tragedy of epic proportions in every sense of the word. It really, truly is. A family has been ripped apart, in my opinion, due to drugs and alcohol and neglect. And I think the reason that Summer's gone, I know people feel different, but I think that there was an accident that happened. And so there is a part of me that understands that they didn't necessarily have a head start in life, and it was just kind of downhill from there. And I could have very well ended up as just a terrible human as well. I mean, I certainly don't think that I am, and I'm sure there are some people that would disagree, but I don't believe in any way that, like, I've never really gone out of my way to do anything like that.
Me and her are so close. We're like, I don't know.
Well, girls are always daddy's little girls.
Yeah.
Boys are always kind of close to mama, and girls are always daddy's little girls. You love both parents, but
well, I've been spending a lot of time right here with my grandkids, and I mean, I love my daughter. She's been in the hospital. My oldest daughter, she's in very serious danger right now. Um, she has bone infection. Somehow, when she got hit by a car 15 years ago, infection settled in that bone, and it's very dangerous. She had to have immediate surgery, and I'm glad my wife's here to help her, but she has to have infusions for the next 6 weeks every single day. And
Well, we're gonna
but
pray for her that she's gonna keep getting better. She's gonna
yeah,
keep continuing
she's
to
actually
heal.
she's actually doing a lot better. But they had to drill a
I wanted to say, and we're not done yet. So, stick around. But I want to just say thank you to everybody who has joined us tonight for this impromptu live. And I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and it means a lot.
hole in her bones and put antibiotic beads in there to fight the infection. Plus, she has to do.
And Karen has been a member for 3 months. Thank you.
Every single day, she has to go in for 2 hours to do antibiotics every day for the next 6 weeks. It could be bad. And but she's got two.
By the way, tomorrow, probably closer to midday, I'm gonna do a live over on the lab, and we're gonna talk about the Barry Morphew case, because that, like those right there, especially those kind of cases, those are the ones that hit really close to home. Not that this one doesn't, and it just, this one obviously does, but Dee Warner, Maya, Barry Morphew. And so I will actually schedule it tonight.
Grandkids here, and I don't know. And then
Well,
my probation officer is making me leave the state after he told me I could go here and work and change my probation office here, change my probation here, and all this happy-go-lucky stuff. And now he's pulling everything out from under me and saying I have to go back to Tennessee. I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, I actually, I don't mind doing that. So in a non-biased way, Summerwell's the man that you hear talking is Summerwell's father. Summerwell's went missing over 2 years ago now, in the middle of the day, according to her mother, and that they claim that she was abducted. Haven't exactly acted, I would say, normal. They've even been suspicious, and from their past actions, we have come to conclusions that me personally believe that they are somehow responsible for their daughter going missing. I don't, but that's really, and then 3 weeks after Summer went missing, the 3 children that lived with them, they were taken by CPS. So that's the synopsis, basically.
I don't know what's going on. I just assume that everybody's calling my probation officer and saying all kinds of bad stuff about me. I don't know.
It's probably what's going on, honestly, because I mean, if you think about it, think about how many people out there are haters, and they call and call and call, and they just don't be bothered.
Exactly.
The majority of them are people from YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I mean. These people
they're watching other channels and saying crazy crap.
And then you go there on Prayer Garden, and they see you on there, and then every single thing you take, they take that, they twist it, and go run a narrative with it, and then they go call and start trouble.
If you go to just about any of the
my bad
the locals around the area.
Well, yeah, that would have been helpful 5 minutes ago. I'm going to talk about the Morphew case tomorrow, and I'll give a synopsis of it.
And I mean, the immediate area all the way to Kingsport, Bellerton, Rogersville, and you start talking about the case. And
Eric, I don't know who that is. I don't think so.
You mentioned YouTube. The first thing they're going to do is roll their eyes.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Sick of it.
Every time.
Sick of it.
Every time. And I
They
don't
sick
care
to
if you're
death.
talking to a police officer.
As you guys sit on a YouTube channel, just saying.
Or if you're talking to just a common Joe, every one of them will basically do.
The Morphew case is basically a husband and wife, tumultuous relationship. Wife goes missing under circumstances that are sketchy, to say the least. He was actually charged with it, but anyway.
Do the same thing. They'll roll their eyes because they know that, you know, YouTube is basically been a
Crazy.
joke when it
I mean,
comes
it's
to this.
ridiculous. And
It-
look
it's
at all the
ridiculous.
problem it's caused up there in that area. They don't want them YouTubers all up there. It's caused problems for everybody.
Yep.
And it is not
That's-
helping
that's-
summer.
That's
the
because they can't. That's because they can't handle it. They can't stand up for what's right because they're freaking wussies. It's just like that Bellerton cop. That son of a bitch. When Doug and whoever was in chat called the cops on me.
Yeah, I was actually on that live. Nobody called the cops on him. We actually did get blamed the very next day by a lot of people. That fringe group that I had talked to you about, they were saying things like, we got him to drink. Then we found out that he was driving. So we called the cops on him, and none of us did that. And by the way, if we did, then we would have had every right to, because he was under the influence of alcohol.
Me.
Nobody did. Not that I know. Maybe somebody in the chat did. Who cares?
So Bellerton cop lied in the police report and said I was falling down drunk, which was a lie. He straight lied on me. And I says, well, I want to see the video. When I was in court for my DUI, and I says, I want to see the video. Oh, we don't have video.
Oh, interesting.
Straight lied on me. That Bellerton cop lied in this police report.
No,
Said I
police
was
will lie.
falling
They're
down
dirty.
drunk. Yeah, they're dirty. Especially
dirty.
in Bellerton. Yeah, he straight lied on me.
I
think
can't
local
disagree
cops are
with you
always dirty.
because
I'm gonna be honest.
they've been
with
like
you.
that for years.
Always been like that.
Yeah.
Them damn Freemasons. Let me tell you something. Them son of a, I hate to say what they are, but y'all know what they are.
Did she just
Yes,
say?
ma'am.
I mean, and they hustle just like nobody found out about Brandon Lawson.
Wait a
doing
minute.
what
Wait
he
a minute.
was.
Wait a minute. Did she just bring up the Freemasons?
Was the whole
Right.
time
The Freemasons.
that Summer's missing, but everything else is being found out about everything. But they keep that
Unreal.
silent. Nobody finds out about it until he's convicted. That's some dirty dealings right there, buddy.
Exactly. And
And
I
a
don't
5-year-old
I don't blame Ronnie Lawson for protecting his son. I'm not mad about that. Ronnie Lawson probably worked his ass off to get to the position that he's in. You know, I'm not mad at Ronnie Lawson. But for him to allow Bellerton, a piece of shit cop, to lie on me in court and the judge to allow it and all that blows my mind.
They allow that every day. They lie every
Yeah,
daggum day.
yeah.
They constantly
I
lie.
Yeah, I get that now.
Wouldn't that be
yeah.
out of Bellerton's jurisdiction? Or where
Yeah.
was you at?
Well, I was heading to the store in Bellerton to get some.
So upcoming here, I've heard this part, and upcoming here, Don tries to explain to us that he was drunk, but he wasn't that drunk. And that he shouldn't have been pulled over for a DUI. Yeah, you understand. Yes, there's two channels. This is the Lab After Dark because it is dark, hence the glasses. And then the Lab on the other on the other side. Go ahead and subscribe if
I
you'd
was
like.
going to turn
So you
around
was
and come
like
back
on
home.
Van Hill or something?
Yeah, but I was on Van Hill, exactly.
Ban Hill.
Yep.
Okay. Van Hill or
Or in Bellinson to get some cigarettes. I was going to
so
turn
you
around
was
and come
like
back
on
home.
Van Hill or something?
Yeah, but I was on Van Hill, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And they come
Yeah.
at me with bright lights, and I went out the road a little bit because they blinded me with their bright lights. And I thought about, well, no.
Van Hill. Is Van Hill a place?
I just pulled up, button to get some cigarettes. And I was going to
So
turn
you
around
was
and come
like
back
on
home.
Van Hill or something?
Yeah, but I was on Van Hill, exactly.
Van Hill.
Yep.
Okay.
And they come
Yeah.
at me with bright lights, and I went out the road a little bit because they blinded me with their bright lights. And I thought about, well, no. I just pulled over.
You thought about what? You thought about running? Is that what he was about to say? That's what he was about to say.
Immediately. I went out the road a little bit because they blinded me with their bright lights. And I thought about, well, no.
You thought about what? Finish that. Oh, finish it. You never finish the good stuff.
I just pulled over and I went out the road a little bit because they blinded
Van Hill, not to be confused with Ben Hill. Were you on Van Hill or Ben Hill?
me with their bright lights. And they
He was about to run, right?
But I was on Van Hill, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And they come
He's like, yeah, dude, I've done that too. I've done that same thing.
at me with bright lights, and I went out the road a little bit because they blinded me with their bright lights. And I thought about, well, no. I just pulled over immediately.
Oh, right. Yeah. Look, what I thought about was I was thinking about holding court right there in the middle of Van Hill Road, but I just pulled over. What he did have an open bottle, right? He had an open container as well. I think he was drinking it while he was driving. I can't prove that.
I was talking to Doug live.
That's true. McDonough was on that call too.
It's all live, the whole thing.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
I blowed a .0.
I blowed.
08 thing. I was talking to Doug live.
Does anybody remember that night? Because I do, clear as day. I remember it clear as day.
It's all live, the whole thing. I blowed a .085, 5 thousandths over the legal limit. So I know I wasn't drunk. And they act like I was drunker than hell,
Okay, so
stumbling down.
let's hear this again.
5. I blowed a .085.
And what's the legal limit? 0.08.
5 thousandths over the legal limit.
Right. So you were in violation of the law. Is that correct?
So I know I wasn't drunk. And they act like I was drunker than hell, stumbling down. And the police report.
Yeah, he said it wrong, but yeah.
That Billison cop said I was falling down drunk on a .085.
There ain't no way.
There ain't no way.
Well, you may not have been falling down drunk, but what does that matter? And yeah, he was a felon on probation.
I was barely over the legal limit.
But you were over the legal limit. And it doesn't matter if you're barely over. That's why there's a limit. You can't go over that limit. And once you're over that limit, even by whatever little fraction that you messed up, you're not, it's it. You're in trouble. You're you are in trouble.
My daddy was a drinker. Let me tell you something. He could drink a whole daggum quart of vodka and stand up and walk and look at you like this.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that he gets to drive, even if he can. Oh yeah, I drive so much better when I'm drunk. No, you don't. Yes, I do. I have heard people say this before. It's one of the dumbest things. It's not true. People are, I'm more focused when I'm drunk. It's like, shut up.
I mean,
like there are other people on the road. There's a reason it's illegal, and there's a reason that people die from it constantly.
I've blowed a .24 before.
Yeah.
That was drunk.
Yeah.
That was really drunk.
That was drunk. I'm gonna agree.
Yeah.
But
Oh, what? A two? Holy shit. Oh, well, holy crap. How's holy crap. Yeah, he blowed. Holy, I mean, that is incredible.
But what you blowed
Not in a good way.
I mean, I've blowed a
Stephanie, I'm I'm not so sure that it's BS, to be honest with you. I'm not so sure that it's BS. No, this is not his first DUI. Right, exactly. BC Proud says, Josh, if we wrote everything down from the beginning 2 years ago, what a storybook that would be. However, if we did that, they'd have to give us some truths to the happenings of Little Summer, and they won't. Eric Schultz, thank you so much. Appreciate you. And Noel, always good to see you. Thank you for being here. You know, Noel is as deep into this as I am. She just doesn't have a channel, but she should, but she won't. Right, Noel?
.24 before.
Yeah.
That was drunk.
Yeah.
That was really drunk.
That was drunk. I'm gonna agree.
Yeah.
But what you blowed before that was, I don't think you was drunk.
I have an uncle that has 7, I believe it's either 7 DUIs or 8 DUIs. And one time he got pulled over on this like back road. And when they pulled him over, they pulled him over because he was doing like 25 miles under the speed limit because he was so crocked that he couldn't even like, he just wanted to drive slow. And so, and he had drank like, I think he said he figured he had drank probably close to like 24 or 25 beers. And when they pulled him over and they pulled him out and they made him blow, you know, they gave him the breathalyzer. He blows into the breathalyzer and the cop looks at it, and I don't remember what it was, but it was something like 3 or 4 times the legal limit. And the cop looks at it, shakes it, taps on it, and then was like, something's wrong with it. You got to do it again. And he did it again, blew the same thing. It's a great song.
.08. I mean, the legal limit is .08. And I blow.
Somebody that drinks, you know what I'm saying? That ain't really nothing.
Yeah. So .085, that's 5,000 sober legal limit. And they acted like I was the biggest piece of shit in their fucking county.
Man, that's
yes, you are.
After
the ounce in 1 point.
after my
I don't know why she's defending him. It's creepy.
After my daughter's missing,
Muscles and Mascara donated 5 memberships. Thank you, Muscles, for always being here. I know how much how invested in this case you are, and how angry it makes you as well.
These motherfuckers done to me.
And we got a local. She's a local.
I blow a .085 and they act like I'm the biggest criminal in Hawkins County.
Yeah, she is essentially, Mohawk Mom says the woman is defending drunk driving. That's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, they'll do that because they have to make their protocol.
They have to make their protocol. She's looking for the word quota, and she wasn't anywhere near that word. Not anywhere near it. So that was interesting. Protocol? They have to make their protocol? She meant make their quota. And this right here is why I wouldn't listen to a damn word that she has to say.
It's just crazy how Bellaton can.
Yeah, and Don's pissed because he probably can drive a little buzzed. You know what I'm saying? He can drive a little buzzed. Not that he should be allowed to, but it's because he drinks so much that his tolerance is high. There's no doubt about that. But even for a savage alcoholic like Don, the rule is for everybody 0.8. That's the rule.
Be over all them different areas like that, though.
Well, it's part of Hawkins County, I guess.
Well, see, actually, Bellaton's part of Greene County.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So if you cross the Greene County line and he got you.
Only criminals know this stuff, by the way. Only criminals know this kind of jurisdiction bull crap.
You would think they would have brought you to the Greene County jail.
I wish they would have. Probably would have been better off.
Maybe.
I
think it was bullshit that they put you in SHU for that long.
They put me in solitary A block. That's where Fred Hill is. That's where Fred Hill is now. A block. He's probably got my old self. A05.
Dang.
From what I heard, though, he's in there for protection reasons, though, ain't he?
That's what they told me.
I reckon
he's super proud.
He got a rude awakening when he come in.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that story. He probably ripped somebody off. So what it is.
We probably found somebody in there that he'd already ripped off, and they's like, "Hey,
well, people in there might be mad at him for other things going on the outside."
Fred Hill used to roam around. I'd get up, like if I got up at 2:00 in the morning or something and looking around, he'd be out on somebody's horse with a flashlight, riding around for who knows what reason.
That's weird.
All night long.
Oh no!
I caught him one time. I went to talk to him. I've talked to him several times because I
was like, I need some crack. You got any meth for me? I'll buy some meth from you.
He has to know something. I caught him on other people's property, taking stuff from other people's property.
Detective Don.
That's what he's doing on the horse then with a flashlight.
A horse.
Well, he has a golf cart, and he was on a golf cart and taking people.
Okay, so was he on a horse or was he on a golf cart? Both strange. The horse actually makes a lot more sense than the golf cart.
People's stuff from other people's property.
Yeah, Don's like, "What are you doing here? I came here to steal this."
I never said nothing till this point.
Yeah. Well, hell, I mean, the truth is the truth, and to be honest with you, somebody gets hooked on that meth, and he'll say anything in that daggum jail to say what he's got to say. That's why, you know what? I'm like, I'm taking his word with a grain of salt because I think.
Does anybody remember that scene on Friday when when Craig is trying to sneak into Debo's window? He's trying to sneak into Debo's window and to steal $200 that he owes to the drug addict. And so Craig climbs in the window, and then the neighborhood crackhead Ezel comes behind him and crawls into the window. And so then they both end up in the same house at the same time. And they're like, what the hell are you doing in here? He's like, what are you doing in here? And then he was like, oh, I saw the crack was like, I saw an open window and I just went for it. That's what it reminds me of. And I'm not sure which one's Craig and which one's Ezel.
He's jonesing to get out of there to get drugs.
Of course.
So, I'm like, well, I want an end to this and I want a resolution, but, I want Summer to be okay. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want him to be lying and just trying to get out of jail and trying to work some kind of deal or something. That ain't cool at all.
Oh, but drinking and driving is cool, lady. Who is this lady?
He's been lying since day one.
But I don't trust him either, though. I don't.
I've been up to his house several times trying to get answers, and
Was it Smokey? Was it Smokey trying to sneak in? I thought it was Craig. I can't remember.
He started talking about meth monkeys out in the woods and everything else, stirring me off in the wrong direction. I mean, all kinds of wild stories he tell me.
Meth monkeys? What's that?
And
how do we know this ain't another one? How do we know he's not even making this? Dead men tell no tales, right?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Exactly.
Oh, it was Smokey? Okay. My bad. I thought Craig went in. Didn't Craig go in there too?
He's just trying to get notoriety, money on his books. That's all he cares about.
Right.
And I thought it was convenient when I found out that old Cotton was dead.
Exactly. He's going to blame it on the dead man. Really?
Even that's too far of a stretch for Don. Not even Don would do that.
Wow.
Sometimes people will do things to get the look off themselves, blame it.
They're not just indigenous to Ben Hill, apparently Van Hill as well. Spread the word. We got meth monkeys on Ben Hill, Beach Creek, and also Van Hill, apparently. I'm just finding out about this Van Hill.
On a dead person. That's a good way to go about
Well, I'll guarantee you the detective.
He is absolutely hammered.
Is trying to talk to him, but he keeps talking him way out in left field somewhere, and that's why I want to beat his ass so bad, because he could be the person responsible for Summer's disappearance.
No, I absolutely have not in any way, shape, or form. Well, maybe I have heard of the meth monkeys. Maybe I have. Oh my God, Noel. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much. It's a lot of gifted memberships. Don't Panic says, hey, no, Josh, I live close to Van Hill and I'm not a meth monkey, but they live in your region. From what I hear. Yeah, absolutely just hammered, sloshed. It's crazy how drunk he really is. Thank you, Noel, so much. You're so kind. And also Gail and One-Eyed Flo. Let's see. Eric, Kimberly, and Karen, KP. That's sick. But yeah. And Lori said, just wanted to say I've been here forever. I'm not sure why it said I was a new member, and I absolutely love your laugh, Josh. And the AA clip. Thank you.
Going in and out of our road day and night, all day long, all night long. And he could be the person responsible for Summer's disappearance.
Oh,
And
really?
he
Yeah,
wants to sit there and talk crazy. The boy needs his ass beat.
yeah, he probably gonna get that.
He
I
needs
mean,
it.
eventually he gonna get that.
He's looking at probably a decade in the pen, so
Yeah, he's
Well,
gonna
he
get it
wants
he'll get his
eventually.
fair
he
share.
wants to play games after my daughter's disappearance.
Don played games too, didn't he? Didn't Don play games? Debo had ridiculous dirty underwear. Yeah, he did. They were the ones playing games.
That's what's so bad about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
When the
he went
police
there
when the
and
police was up there at my house, I says, "You're not going to go knock on Fred Hill's door or some of these meth heads around here?" I says, "Then let me the fuck
By
out."
the way, at least 60% of this conversation that he had is what he was talking to me about. The other 40% was him saying stuff like this.
But you made it clear that you're not my friend. You made it clear that you're my fucking enemy, right?
No, I never said that. That was an actual exchange between me and Don.
But you made it clear that you're not my friend. You made it clear that you're my fucking enemy, right?
No, I never said that. I did. I never told him he was my enemy. But I did make it clear that he wasn't my friend. That still hurts his feelings, apparently. I'm sorry about that.
But you made it clear that you're not my friend. You made it clear that you're my fucking enemy, right?
No, I never said that.
The way, and I'll go do it myself. And they says, "Well, we can't stop you, Mr. Wells. You're a free man." I said, "Yeah, that's right." And I went over there and I drove to his house and I about kicked the fucking door in. And he's like, "Oh, yeah. Well, I seen some meth heads up there on the ridge, blah, blah, blah," and talking all kinds of crazy. Yeah.
that seems awful suspicious to me.
Cannot get a straight answer out of him. But you made it clear that you're not my friend. You made it clear that you're my fucking enemy, right?
No, I never said that.
For nothing. And here he is playing games again on Ziggy's Live and everything else. Cannot get a straight answer out of him.
I watched that because I was trying to watch his body language and to see how he was acting. And I noticed he'd start getting anxious and he'd start rocking. That's a self-soothing mechanism. And if you study people's body, yes, when people start rocking, that's a self-soothing mechanism.
It's funny because I've heard stories of like podcasters picking up on stories and they don't let it go, and then like the people that are suspects or whatever like hate them, and it kind of becomes a part of the story. And this has kind of became a part of the story. People talking about the case as well.
But you made it clear that you're not my friend. You made it clear that you're my fucking enemy, right?
No, I never said that. And so who knows? Who knows how the story ends? But I do hope it does.
When they're nervous or lying, possibly. So
you know what? I can get a hold of the behavior panel and ask them what they think about it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Ask him to watch that. Because another thing is he kept fluttering his eyes, like he'd flutter his eyes real fast. Like I studied psychology in college, and I'm telling you, like
I studied psychology in college.
So
exactly.
Watch that.
Why are people saying the wells were cleared as of today? Come again?
That rocking, that's a self-soothing thing people do when they're guilty. That Shanann Watson's husband, he did that same thing whenever he was being interviewed on TV. He was rocking, and that is to try to like calm yourself down. It's subconscious. You don't even realize you're doing it.
Right, exactly.
It's like rocking your foot, tapping your foot, or getting there, jittering your knee.
You notice little kids or something, you know, if their
I
parents
will
are fighting
call. I
with a
will.
rock.
I will call Greg and ask him what he thinks, and I will definitely get back
I'm sure he'll pick right up.
with y'all on that for sure.
Yeah, yeah, you need
I will
to.
definitely
Brittany's
do
right.
that.
He is also detoxing at this time
Yeah,
when he was sitting there
Exactly.
rattling off. So
He's
he is.
he's a everyday user. He shoots that crap in his arm. But you made it clear that you're not my friend. You made it clear that you're my fucking enemy, right?
No, I never said that.
Yeah, and it's
so
gonna
he's
take a
probably
minute
been
for his
sick
head to
for
get
the last
straight.
week. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
for the last 2 weeks, he's been sicker than him.
I felt sorry for him, and I give him a black truck.
That was very nice of you.
I says, you haul that stuff off, whatever, because I didn't want to clutter up my driveway. He hauled that crap off. I says, the motor's good. It's a brand new motor, bored 30,000 over. You know, and all he needed to do is put a harmonic balancer in it. But he hauled
That's it. A harmonic balance. That's it. That's all I needed. And the Cadillac converter that I cut off. I could see Dawn like going from him and Fred, either one of them, like going from like house to house, and they'll be like looking under a car for like, and they'll be looking under a car with a hacksaw, and then somebody will come out and be like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And he'd be like, I'm looking for my cat, a lack converter."
it straight to the junkyard for meth. I think it was, oh man, I don't know.
See, that's the thing, and you know that affects your brain. So you know he's not going to be thinking straight in his head for a little while.
That's right.
And honestly, the best place he could be is jail because
Absolutely, I agree with you 100% on that.
I mean,
Yep.
you know,
That's right.
at least he'll keep him off that crap for his head to get right, and maybe he might have an answer.
Clutter up his driveway. Is it because he keeps such a tidy one?
Something, and then they can give him a lie detector test, and then maybe they'll get somewhere.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, it is a pristine driveway, so I understand. I'm not harmonic balancing right now.
There was a lot of traffic coming in and out of our hauler because of Fred Hill. He needs to own up to this shit. That fucking asshole needs to own up that
And
he's
you know
the
what else,
fucking
Don?
reason that all that traffic was coming in and out of our hauler. And I want to beat his ass. So
Yeah, that may have some truth to it. I don't know, but like, I think Don was
bad and make him realize this.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And another thing is him having
Is
that.
Joe Billy's wearing a tie-dye shirt? Is that his name? Is he wearing a tie-dye shirt? That's tight. I love that.
Horse, you know. And I was wondering, like,
I don't know.
somebody, you know, if they could have lured Summer to the road with a horse or with an animal, you know, because
lured Summer to the road with a horse. How are you going to do that quietly? Hey, there's a horse down here. And then what the frig is she talking about? My God in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hey, do you guys want to see a horse? No. The frig away from me, weirdo.
dog, you know, they traced her.
You think that people in Tennessee haven't seen horses before? You think that people in Hawkins County have never seen a horse before? Like it's some like crazy thing for a kid to see a horse on Beach Creek. Come on, dude. There's like they're the friggin' wild horses all over the place. Hey, I'm gonna lure you down to the road with a horse. Oh my God! Did everybody hear that horse? Hey, come on! I mean, come on, dude. You'd hear the whole friggin' thing.
Footprints in her smell.
Well,
her scent
I'll promise you that Summer would never leave our property, but there's the possibility that someone could have lured her, like you just said.
There's a little.
Okay, so what he just said was that there's no way that Summer could have, or there's no way that Summer would have left the property, but it is possible.
Kid is 5 years old.
Right,
You don't know.
right.
I mean,
That's
you hold up
right.
something that they love, like a horse or a puppy or
That's
a kitty.
right.
You don't.
A horse or a puppy.
Yes, that's right. That's a possibility. I don't think she would ever leave from around our house unless she was lured, like
Okay, well, okay. That's not what you said.
you said.
Because have you ever watched them shows that they do? Because they'll get
Yeah.
the parents sit up and they'll go,
Yeah.
"You think your kid wouldn't talk to a stranger?" And every
That's
one of them,
right.
every time they do it.
Yeah, I bet his horse does too. I was looking up, hold on here, a couple more names for mullets. And I had some bi-level shag, the neck warmer, hack job, the lobster, mud flap, the Kentucky waterfall. I love that one. The Kentucky waterfall is a good one. The Camaro cut, the beaver's paddle. That was, I like that one. Anyway,
Absolutely.
You know, people
The
like that,
beaver's
they're so
paddle.
manipulative.
But I think yesterday was the achy breaky, big mistakey, the Tennessee top hat, yeah.
They know what they're doing and they plan it ahead of time.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. Yes,
And they
ma'am.
sit and wait and watch. And, you know, I said from the beginning, I said, it's got to be somebody close by there that I
Yep.
think, because they're sitting watching and
Yep.
waiting for the right second, just the right second.
I agree. But there's one thing we got to stick with. There are two things we got to stick with. The boys are the last one that seen her go down in the basement.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
number two, the
Wow, he does it again.
dogs, the police dogs, followed her scent, not down the driveway, but down the dog trail, and they're dead ended on the road.
Okay.
That's what we have to go
right by
with.
the road. That's still right
Yes.
by the road.
Right. Which means she was thrown in a vehicle. And
That's what I said.
Fred Hill was leaving out that time, hauling some scrap metal off at that time.
Oh, yeah, I heard that on the.
Did he have a red truck?
No, he doesn't. He is.
Oh, well, Jankies, welcome to the party. Yeah, yes, for like the 100th time. For the 100th time he's done that. It makes me angry too, but he's got no problem with it.
The yellow Nissan.
What about that cotton?
I have no idea. I have no idea on that. I don't know. I just don't know.
Did you know Cotton?
No, I don't. The only people that I know is the people I work with all them years, Tucker Drywall, and all of them pretty much disowned me after this happened.
Man, I'm sorry about that. That sucks.
Oh, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. That's their weakness.
It is.
That's their weakness.
But you stick beside people when they're going through hard times. Don't kick them.
That's all right. I got good people I'm by my side right now. I got jobs as soon as I get back.
Nice.
I don't need Tucker Drywall. I wish they would hire me back. I've stuck by their side. you know, through the whole thing and all the drama that's been going on for them. And
Yeah, man.
I think so
People
too.
ought to be loyal if somebody's loyal to them, you know.
right. I mean, I worked for them for 13 years straight, 7 days a week.
Now that dog trail,
Yeah.
that goes.
That's
right
what I
up
was
to that-
wondering too. What was the point of leaving? Because when I was speaking to him, I asked him, like, well, if you can't get work in Tennessee, and by the way, I would understand why he couldn't get work in Tennessee, or at least around his area. I could understand why that could possibly be a problem for the guy. But now he has said that now he's claiming that he's got all kinds of work.
that flat spot before your driveway, correct?
Yes, it does. I put in that little Mary's husband used to work at the school in Church Hill. He had a trailer house on the property of the school in Church Hill, the elementary school. Mary and her husband, I can't remember his name. So, what was his name? But yeah, he gave my mom that playground equipment from the school, and I put it in there for my kids.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's only like, it's right good by the road, pretty much. But that flat spot you're talking about, yeah, it's right there.
Right.
John, do you know who a Chad Arnold is?
Yes, I do.
And so, somebody asked me.
He was the one that invented the road bump. That's what it was first called, the road bump. But then we called it the speed bump.
So
Yeah, Chad Arnold.
Also, he used to play Santa at the Chinese restaurant down the street. And with every meal, you got a free pitcher with him.
Was married to. No, he didn't die.
I thought he died.
Not that I'm aware of, anyway. But Chad Arnold was at Fred Hill's house when Candace was looking for Summer. She drove back in the holler to Fred Hill's house, and Chad Arnold was hanging out back there. I've been to Chad Arnold's house before, and he had all kinds of people hanging out in his
Was he a
shed.
cracky?
Is he what?
Was he like a meth head like Fred Hill?
Yes. Chad Arnold loves his meth. Yes, he does. I went to visit him. Chad Arnold.
Don accuses everybody of being on meth. Everybody, like every single person that's ever lived, is on meth apparently, or done meth, or something with meth.
So he's really good at that, but he loves his methamphetamines.
Is he a offender or anything? Is he on the registry?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because I did see quite a few around there whenever I looked. I pulled it up, you know.
I went to his wife's house and visited with Chad Arnold a few times for various reasons, trying to get truck parts or whatever.
Meth.
And yeah, he's definitely showed me some big pieces of.
He certainly did.
Yeah, he's definitely into that stuff.
Did Fred Hill act like he had something like schizophrenia or something?
Yeah, he has meth-induced schizophrenia.
he has what? What's that you
I was
say,
gonna say-
Dr. Don?
Yeah, he has meth-induced schizophrenia.
Oh no, not meth-induced schizophrenia.
I was
Yes.
gonna
Yeah,
say
I've heard of that
I've
part.
heard that. I have too.
It all checks out.
Yeah. It's almost like psychosis from meth. It causes
Yo.
psychosis and a
Well,
Exactly.
if somebody's already predisposed to getting it, it
Yeah.
actually
causes
pushes it
to set
along. Some people
Yeah.
can have it their whole life and not get the side effects from it.
It's really weird. I didn't know that this was the Dr. Oz show because I'm looking at a panel right here. And it looks like, to me personally, I can't see Jankies. I don't know what that other lady looks like, but I know what Dawn looks like. And what I'm looking at is it looks like a support group for people that may have survived a tuberculosis scare. But they're handing out free medical advice to everybody.
But the drugs can push it too.
That was rude, but come
Yeah.
on. That was rude, but that was funny, and I don't give a damn.
see the difference in people.
That was funny. Okay, it
Because
wasn't
some
that
people
funny.
don't act the same on
I
that
thought it
stuff.
was, but it
You know,
wasn't.
you can see some people now like they completely lost their daggone mind. Like I mean,
Like me.
you know, like
Do
in
you
another
think
whole
Chad
fellow
Cotton and
over.
Fred took some, or somebody just asked me that question?
What a great question. Never thought to ask that. What an awesome question that was, Jankies. Jankies, this coming through in the clutch, asking the hard-hitting questions that nobody has ever thought to ask ever. Just piping through, crowbarring it in, getting the good stuff in there. Get it, get it, get it.
I have no clue.
Oh, no. The dreaded, I don't know. The dreaded, I don't know. No.
But it's just like Dudley. That day, that weekend, I
Just wants to talk about everybody else.
guess he went and done dope all weekend. He showed up Monday. I guess I fired him Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember.
Broke one wing.
Monday when you were sitting in the bathtub crying. Allegedly.
I can't deal with that stuff. He said I ripped him off for money and everything else. He's lying.
Oh yeah, well he lied too on that interview.
Yes,
He
ma'am.
tried to act like he was such a good, upstanding guy.
And,
You know.
and we've seen
As somebody who has talked to Dudley before, he's not what you consider a fine and upstanding citizen.
that, you know,
But let's go back to that really quick. I know we're we're running long tonight, but you know what? It's
everybody.
I guess I fired him
why not? Everybody else does 3-hour lives.
Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember.
Broke one wing.
I can't deal with that.
Some, or somebody just
Daggone mind.
Okay. So the here's the question of the year.
Like I mean, you know, like
Do
in
you
another
think
whole
Chad
fellow
Cotton and
over.
Fred took some, or
And I don't Jankies isn't really like somebody that waits for her turn to talk. And I get it, it's her show. But for somebody that hasn't said a word in the last hour and 20 minutes, you think that maybe you would hold off for some sort of break coming up.
somebody just asked.
People don't act the same on that stuff. You know, you can see some people now like they completely lost their daggone mind. Like I mean, you know, like
Do
in
you
another
think
whole
Chad
fellow
Cotton and
over.
Fred took some, or somebody just asked me that question?
I have no clue. But it's just like Dudley. That day, that weekend, I guess he went and done dope all weekend.
Just with him, it's just dope, and it's dope dope, constant dope talk, dope this, dope that. Guy's obsessed with talking about meth and dope and friggin' meth. And I only blew an 0.85, whatever the frig that is.
Monday, I guess I fired him Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember. I can't deal with that stuff.
And that's totally like, I can understand that, but you don't.
He said I ripped him off for money and everything else. He's lying.
Oh yeah, well he lied too on that interview.
Yes,
He
ma'am.
tried to act like he was such a good, upstanding guy.
And,
You know,
and we've seen that, you know,
He really
everybody that has been mentioned has went down for
Yep.
some
Yes, sir.
crazy shit.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
sort of
And
what
I'm not,
everybody is talking
and I'm
about.
I'm not claiming I'm an angel.
Breaking news, everybody. Contrary to popular belief, at one time we thought that the world was flat. At one time, folks, we thought that the sun revolved around the earth. And at one time, we believed that Dawn Wells was an angel. But I'm here to tell you, folks, that Dawn Wells himself has said that he is no angel. So the earth isn't flat. Okay. The sun does not rotate around the earth. And Dawn Wells, contrary to popular belief, and I know some of you will never believe these words. He himself has said that he's not an angel.
Because I'm not.
Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. Thank you so much for clearing that up. It's a beautiful thing. You know, thank you.
none of us are.
And a beautiful follow-up supportive comment. None of us are. It's like that thing that everybody used to say, you're never too young and you're never too old and you're never too this and you're never too, it's just words. It's bar talk. It's horse crap. You feel me? It's just so stupid. Muscle says, I'm so glad the new additions to the behavioral panel are educating us all. We are so lucky. These people make me want to hit my head against the wall. Don't do that because you might end up with schizophrenia.
But you made it clear that you're not my friend. You made it clear that you're my fucking enemy, right?
No, I never said that.
No,
I'm not.
No, I mean nobody's saying that you are. I mean,
no, I just want to make that clear with y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for clearing up that mystery.
No way. I'm trying. I'm really.
And then again, another brilliant follow-up comment. None of us are. Couldn't he even said, it's okay. We love you anyway. Couldn't have said that. It's okay. None of us are, Dawn.
I'm trying, but it's so hard.
Trust me, we all fall short. I showed my ass yesterday. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh yeah, and tonight you've been totally prim and proper. Don't worry about it.
I did. I mean, I'm in the middle of grief, you know, and I'm in the anger stage right now. My poor husband, he was like, I'm going to another room.
How do you feel about Andy?
And then there's Jankies again, screaming at the top of her lungs.
And Jody Sue.
How
do you feel about Andy?
I don't think Andy had anything to do with anything, but I will say that Jody Sue is the biggest nutcase I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, why didn't she like y'all living there? Or why didn't she want people to sell the property?
We've done everything we could to help Jody Sue. Even my private investigators went up and moved all her crap for her.
That's nice.
Drove up that steep ass hill with his 4-wheel drive and moved all his stuff out of there. She tried to give us some a cigarette machine and some other stuff, and we was like, no, that's
What is a cigarette machine? Is it like a cigarette roller, like the things you can buy at the gas station that you can roll a joint with or something? Is that what that is? He loves Andy.
not right. That's your husband's probably or whatever. We don't want it. And she was just trying to be mean to Andy or whatever way. But our private investigators moved her crap for her out of the kindness of their hearts. Candace went up there and helped her out of the kindness of her heart and everything else. And we barely know her and why she turned on us. And
that's what I was thinking too. Was it a whole vending machine, like a cigarette machine, like an old vending cigarette machine?
All this crazy stuff is beyond us. Other than trying to start her own YouTube channel or whatever, I don't.
Maybe get back at her husband and just just the side effect of it.
All these haters just come out the woodwork like cockroaches. It's crazy.
How about that other guy? What was his name? That he's a real bad dude. The one that got in trouble.
Don Sherfy.
Yeah, that Sherfy because wasn't he friends with Brandon Lawson too?
Man, it sounds like there's a lot of suspects in the Summer Wells case. None of them are Don and Candace, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know them people. All I know is Don Sherfy Sr. got with my stepdad's sister and has something going with her that I'm not.
Why wouldn't they want a cigarette machine? They smoke cigarettes. Be a good place to be able to keep your cigarettes. You know what I mean?
Not aware of whatsoever, and why he turned on us, or why Mary, my stepdad's sister Mary, turned on us. I have no clue. I know my mother, when she was alive, told Mary that she was going to get the property, the property that we have now. And my mother
sometimes, and like I don't smoke cigarettes. I have smoked cigarettes before, but there was never a better time for a smoke than in the morning when you're having a cup of coffee. Now, I'm jealous that I don't get to enjoy a cup of coffee with a schmag here and there. It's a small price that I pay for not smoking. I don't envy the 700 cigarettes after that. Just that one. And I envy it, but I don't smoke. And I would love to have a little schmaggy do. I would love to have a little ciggy and a little coffees in the mornings. But guess what? I don't. I have asthma.
Told me that, that Mary.
I hate the smell of cigarettes too.
And her husband Cecil and all them.
Cecil.
Worked for her hourly, and she led them along, and they thought they was going to get the property, and they was really just kind of. My mom said they were basically con artists, and she turned the property over to me, and that really pissed them off. But I don't know the whole story. That's between my mother and them, and my mother's deceased now.
Yeah.
So I don't know the full story.
When people pass away, all kind of stuff goes on like that in families.
Exactly.
They do.
My mother had a court battle with the Hills, which would have been Jody Sue's or Andy's kin. They had a court battle over a piece of property across the street over there, right across from their house. And then the people bought that property in the back and just took over the property that they had to dispute over, and they couldn't do nothing about it.
Now,
No.
now, a minute ago, Don, you mentioned Bellaton.
Yeah.
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, the cloves. Cloves were a thing.
The Bernard fella.
Yeah.
Do you know if he's any kin to any of the Bernards in the Bellaton area?
I have no clue, brother. Andy.
Wait, what was that answer again?
Bernard.
So this is the same exact answer that Don gives everybody.
Fella.
Yeah.
Do you know if he's any kin to any of the Bernards in the Bellaton area?
I have no clue, brother.
Yeah. Wow.
Andy Bernard
Texas
seemed to
lady.
be pretty up and up to me.
Andy Bernard up and up to the same guy that he told me personally that he could hear. And I know a lot. So there are people that don't care for Jody Sue, and I don't care how you feel about her. But the fact remains that Andy Bernard beat the holy shit out of her, excuse my language, and abused the shit out of her. And I don't care what kind of, relationship they had. You just don't do that. You do not. I'm not saying that she's a saint, not an angel. Oh my God, breaking news. Nobody in the world's an angel. I didn't know that. But you can't be a good person and physically beat the hell out of people. That's just not a thing. It's not a thing. You are not on the up and up. You're not a good person if you physically assault or mentally assault people. And Don told me that he could hear him beating the hell out of her from where he was. He could hear it. The abuse going on. And he's got a favorable opinion of Andy, but hates Jody Sue because she doesn't kiss his ever-loving spackled ass. I'm gaining steam, folks, and we're 3 hours in.
Bought weed from him from time to time. He'd come up and says, "Man, I got some good weed, whatever," and we'd buy weed from him from time to time. And he was Andy Bernard has always been pretty straight up with.
My dad would say, my dad to this day says that he loved my mom and that he loved her. I don't see how that's possible. I really, truly don't. And I don't see how you're a good person when you beat the hell out of people. I do not understand that.
And has never really caused us any problems or anything. So I can't.
Kelly,
really
thank
can't
you for
say
becoming
anything
a
bad
member.
about Andy at all because he's never done us wrong. But his wife.
He's never done you wrong, but you've heard him beating the hell out of her. But your problem is with her because she doesn't like you, or she thinks that you had something to do with it, or because I'm pretty sure that you've blamed her. It's just
was more the problem.
Yeah, yeah. But Andy's never done us wrong. I just hope and pray for his kids, that they turn out okay and everything. But Jody Sue Brown, she's lied on us continually.
Yeah, how old's your boy? How old's our oldest son?
Why are you worried about it? What business is it of yours how old Jody Sue Brown's son is? What do you need to know that for? Are you friends with her? You gonna send him a birthday card? Do you want to know when his birthday is? What is it that you're asking? What do you want to know how old Jody Sue Brown's son is? What business is it of yours?
Can I ask you a question? Did they rule her out as a suspect?
They haven't ruled anybody out as a suspect. That's a straight. Yeah, that's a straight lie right there. I mean, if she was at the bottom of the hill, a summer come up missing like she claims, why would they rule her out as a suspect?
And didn't Andy have a alibi for about being 45 minutes away?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So is Andy cleared?
Yes,
she
ma'am.
said that she was
Yeah.
waiting on Andy to get home, but she and planning her wildfire.
Well, Andy,
She said on PG.
TBI told me that Andy was at work. He's got definitely a rock solid alibi at the time of Summer's disappearance.
Yeah.
So then why would she
But
say that?
She
You know?
said that she was
How would Jody Sue take Summer, but yet be just sitting around there talking to like other people in law enforcement?
waiting on Andy.
Well, that may be, but Andy did
But
show
Andy had
up
an alibi to
later
be
on.
about 45 minutes an hour away.
Yeah, he was at
And then
work.
she said she was planting her wildflowers.
Definitely, Joe.
That seems kind of oddly similar to Don's alibi that he claims that he has.
Definitely, Jody Sue has no alibis, but her husband Andy definitely does. He was at work at the time of Summer's disappearance.
Wow.
TBI confirmed that with me, told me that because I was concerned, and I went to them with that, and I was like, "What about Andy?" And they told me, "Well, he was at work. He has a rock."
Yeah. What about Andy? But Andy's always been an up and he's been on the up and up with him.
Solid alibi. And I was like, "Okay, yes, sir." And,
Okay.
But definitely,
Yes, sir.
Jody Sue does not. She's a liar. She's the biggest liar I've ever seen in my life.
And she said out of her own mouth, I think I heard her say she didn't even like kids that much.
I have somebody in the chat wants to know, Don, said, what kind of party did you have before Summer went missing and who was there?
What kind of party?
I've never heard of that yet.
That's kind of that's really a rude question. I mean,
never
because
heard of a party
we didn't really have parties or whatever,
It's kind of a rude question. And Don is all about manners.
but that's really rude, whoever, and disrespectful for whoever said that.
And how dare you guys say that?
The only kind of parties we had is like I'd go buy fireworks with my kids, and me and the wife might drink a beer. You know what?
Yeah.
If that's
If
illegal,
you got
I
invited
mean,
to a party at Don's house, you better have your hiking boots on to walk up that driveway.
Right.
Why would you have to walk up his driveway? Why couldn't you drive up to his driveway? Who's walking there?
I mean,
you're just going to go hang out and party.
Well, we would usually hang out with our kids and maybe light fireworks, and we might even light a bonfire for our kids, and we'd sit there and just have a good time with our kids. But as far as a party, I mean,
Well,
that's what you want to
I think they meant it because they just want to know if anybody was there as a sus, like a friend party.
That you
No,
didn't
we didn't really have friends over there. But people might show up like, there was a few people that might show up begging for money. There's a few people, I won't mention them by name and I won't put them out there like that. But we had a few people that might show up that was begging for money so that they could go get their pills or whatever they wanted. I recognized that. And I understood that.
Breaking news.
But, Candace's
And
mother.
thank you for checking in on this for us, and thank you for reporting back. Update: Don hates meth and is offended at the mention of celebrations. LOL.
Or whatever, didn't quite understand that, but I understood that. But usually they
he dances around it.
For $20, and they'd go their way. I won't mention them by name, or anything.
Oh, that's nice.
But as far as a party, no.
I think it was pretty much a question just to see if anybody who was up there suspect.
More of a gathering, not really a party.
Yeah.
The only gathering is Yeah, we had gatherings with.
I've seen Jenkins stand up to him. Well, I've seen her, you know. I know he went on like a racist tirade, but I don't know. I was pretty sure that she did ask him not to say it, and
Our kids, you know,
but
because
then he's so nasty. It's like people, even like on a live, he's just very off putting. So when he kind of turns his rage to you, trust me, been there. You kind of go, no.
we loved them, and we bought I buy fireworks all the time, and like I said, me and Candace ain't perfect. We might have a drink or two or three. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And
breaking news. Don's not gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes he has a drink or two or three.
But that's pretty much.
Oh, Marlena's daughter's birthday party.
I don't know about that. Yeah, she was up there for a while. You know, Marlena's daughter, but Marlena, I don't want to say nothing bad about her either. I've already said all I've had to say about her.
Yeah, no, she was actually she did a fine job, and I understand, because I mean he said crazy stuff on my show.
Journey, you're talking about Journey. Yeah, Marlena's daughter's name is Journey. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, man, well, I've already been through that.
Yeah, isn't he an arsonist too?
These
Didn't he burn
people go
something
out
down?
and steal and sell whatever they steal for drug money to get high. I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah.
We try to keep them away from our house and stuff, but on the other end of the spectrum, you know, like Marlena, we tried to help her out, and until we realized that she just wanted money for drugs. You know?
And Eric Schultz earlier, said something that I agree with. The keep them talking, but like I said, if I were Don, I would just completely stay off of YouTube and never talk to anybody, whether I was innocent or guilty. I would just not be on YouTube. And so, but he is,
and you know,
and he causes a lot of his own crap.
And she would dump her daughter off at her house, and
like claiming that CPS stole his children, and
you know,
stuff like that.
It's a sad situation.
Yeah, that's true.
It is when you try to help people and then you find out they do you bad.
Exactly. But about 2 weeks before Summer come on missing, I told Candace, you need to take Journey to her grandparents' house or her cousin's house and get her. We ain't doing this, you know, because Marlena would just dump her off at our house and just leave her there. And
God, imagine leaving your child there
and go out and party or whatever she was doing, and I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard the same thing from an extremely unreliable source, and I don't believe it at all. Not even
about
a little.
2 weeks before Summer come missing, Candace took
They bring it up, I
Journey
think,
to
here.
her grandparents' house and put her in safe hands, and then about
Sounds like that's where she needed to be, maybe right then.
Right, yeah, because Marlena was just dumping her off at her house and just leaving her. We wouldn't even see Marlena. She didn't.
He blames everybody. He even blames his own kids.
Give it out. To be honest. Marlena was the type of person. If you was friends with her, she'd come over to your house, and if you wasn't home, she'd steal everything off your porch and everything else, and go sell it for drugs.
Dawn hangs out with some really cool people
and buy drugs and everything.
Yeah, I've heard it from locals in Tennessee. Yes.
You know, she was doing it to her own sister. She was doing it to us and other people that we know of.
I've heard that very specific rumor.
Yeah, people get that stuff, they'll take anything to get it.
That's right. And that's what she was doing.
Yeah.
Daggum, I've seen them steal people's copper pipes out from under their house.
You know, if Journey was remember that day, Journey could have got gone too.
Exactly. Exactly. They could, then like other people said before, Journey could have been the target. We don't.
And that was somebody called in on somebody's show once and said that.
Target, yeah. You don't know.
No. Because her actual parent or family was been fighting for her for a long time. And I don't know.
I don't believe anything PG has to say, Charlene. PG is the biggest pathological liar I've ever heard in my life. I've watched her take clips of my stuff and twist them around and put words in my mouth that I did not say. I don't believe anything that trash bucket has to say. Now, I've left her alone, but I honestly don't. I'm going to put it out there. I don't believe anything that PG has to say. PG says that Summer's channel's her channel, but she's taking money up saying donate to Summer's channel. And that channel doesn't cost the money that she's getting, saying that it's for Summer, because it's not.
Yeah,
she's done nothing for Summer.
No, she's done nothing for Summer. Nothing.
Yeah.
We get on here and re-talk about stuff that other people's already talked about on YouTube.
She's one twisted individual.
And make up lies. I mean, just lies out of the blue.
She does. She twists stuff up. She's a big liar.
What blows me away? She's got like 500 or 600 subs.
She's got more than 500 or 600 subs.
And these people believe her. That blows my mind.
Well, that goes to show you what time we're living in. That people call good evil and evil good.
Yep. People would rather believe a lie than the truth.
Than the truth.
Yep.
I mean, some maybe.
You go on YouTube and you start talking truth, you might have 100, maybe 200 people. And that's it.
That's it. 100 to 200 people. That is a lot of people. I don't understand people's obsession with this numbers thing. I mean, that's a ton of people. 100, 200 people. If 100 people give a damn about what you say, I mean, that's an audience.
You're right, horsewoman. That's blasphemy that she said God gave her that channel. I don't know that she knows God the way she acts.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
She knows more than the devil.
No.
She's not very, she's did some pretty trashy stuff to me. Yeah. And I can't be liking her. Like Daisy goes back and likes her.
Yeah, she has some really big lives sometimes.
Again, that's her prerogative. I don't care. I don't be liking PG.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't necessarily, and I'm just going to say this. No, I'm not insulting anybody, or it's not meant to insult anybody. I don't think that people necessarily go listen to PG for her maybe they do, but her insight on the case. They listen to PG because she's relentless against the parents. And there are a lot of people who just can't stand Dawn and Candace. And that there is a constant crowd for that. And so I don't think they're going there for like breaking news. I think what they're going there for is to hear rant and tell people that that she doesn't believe them and that they're full of crap and so on and so forth. And you know what? It's cool.
I'm past that.
Go for it.
Point with her.
Yeah.
It brings him back to talk. She knows how to push his buttons.
Yeah.
I'm glad you all are because I feel the same way. It makes me
Like I said, PG and I, we got over our crap a long time ago. I've been on her. I had been on her show. I think I've been on there just the once. Not just once. Not just once.
I got a couple of friends.
Yeah. PG has not left her house and done one thing for summer, but attempt to destroy her family. PG is attempt to destroy anything in her path. She turns on everybody and anybody.
Yep.
She's not loyal to nobody.
No, she's not. That's all right.
I don't like. I haven't seen her flip flop in 95% of the time. She's been anti Dawn and Candace.
I said a little prayer for her earlier.
Yeah, he wished that she would die. Like that's what he did. He legitimately wished that she was dead, that she would die by the morning or something like that.
I hope God. I hope God grants it. I told her. I says, PG.
Oh yeah, I'm sure God's just writing down every request that you have.
I says, I'm praying to God. I was live with her a while ago.
I heard you.
Okay, cool. And I says, I'm praying to God by tomorrow morning that God strikes you somehow because you're a liar. And I hung up on her after that.
No, I didn't hear that part. She kicked me out before then.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I think God will come through. I really do.
Well, she got up there and was whining about how people were kicking her when her daughter was down and nobody cared about her. And I was like, I made a whole video about it. I'm like, what about what you've done to the Wells family? That's exactly what you've done.
Oh no.
You've taken the worst moment of their life.
She has a channel for real.
It's been going on for 2 years. All you went through is a couple days of whatever it was. But your daughter lived, and you know that
he does.
She's safe. They don't know anything.
Exactly.
But you just keep kicking them in the head over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a new scenario every day.
There's a few creators out there that really don't like to be hit with common sense. They just,
well, why don't you just tell us who they are, my friend? Speak up. Don't hold back. Don't do this virtue signaling. Call it out. Put your name on it and stamp it with that Chill Billy's tie-dye Stizamp, my man.
It common sense. That's another joke. Common sense.
Oh, well, common sense, isn't that common?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because you just bring up the simplest thing to them and they just get to stuttering and backtracking and.
Or they'll just cut you off.
Yeah. Give you the steel toe boot.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to kink you right out of here.
I got one of them. I got a steel toe boot.
Yeah, I've got it several times.
She just makes me want to vomit.
I've got her steel toe boot several times.
Well, count it as a daggum compliment.
I don't think that woman has any truth in her, and people can load over there to her and listen to that deception.
I think when people talk about common sense, I think meaning like if there's a door, if there's a handle and you can open it, that's common sense. Most everybody, even little children, understand the idea of a door, that you have to turn the knob. But like when it comes to things like, I can't imagine that Dawn would have the common sense to not be an asshole. That's the end of the statement.
She's not truth.
Well,
I've watched her tell too many lies.
If you look at her, really look at her comment section, it really is the same couple of people that do it over and over and over. I think a lot of people they're just listening to her bull crap and they don't believe her. And there are some that are stupid. tell me the right thing, but it's the same people.
Yeah, look, this lady studied psychology.
So I've watched that little pattern. So I don't think she's got quite as.
Stella, honey, you're breaking up. I can't hear you, baby.
Kick her.
Can you hear me now? I know.
Your Bluetooth or something was going dead.
Thanks, Don.
Sounds like
Your Bluetooth.
Here comes Don to save the day. This is
I know.
Your Bluetooth or something was going dead.
sounds like it's going out.
This is Don's show.
I thought it was mine.
Your Bluetooth's going dead.
Oh no.
Okay. Are we done here? Come on.
Well,
Oh, yes. Yes.
I was just fixing to say it's almost
Oh, yes. Thank you. It organically
4
happened.
o'clock. I'm gonna have to get off here.
Oh,
Me too.
God
I
bless.
did
I
not
know, me
realize
too. I
it was
gotta work
that
in the
late.
God bless.
Me too.
Oh, God bless. God bless. Thank you guys so much. I had a good time hanging out with you. Thank you for all the support and the super stickers in the chat, the super chats, the comments, the likes, just everything. It was a great time. Yeah, it was a good time. It was. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. So thank you so much for being here and supporting this channel. Subscribe to the lab if you haven't. Check it out. I think you might enjoy it. Probably not. Let me see here. What do we got? What do we got on the way out?
But you made it clear that you're not my friend. You made it clear that you're my fucking enemy, right?
No, I never said that. And I didn't. I never did say that, actually. So I don't know what that was talking about. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. What are we at? 3 hours and 22 minutes? Maybe the longest live we've ever done. I know we hit 3 hours a couple different times. I had no idea that we were going close to 3.5 hours. And you know what? I kept the energy up. I got stronger as it went. I didn't start to slow down all the way to the end. Fire all the way through.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Thanks a lot, guys.
Oh my.
But you made it clear that you're not my friend. You made it clear that you're my fucking enemy, right?
No, I never said that.